Welcome everybody to another episode of church. When you guys come in and donate, get the collection plate ready, get the Cash App, get all the apps. Anyways, I'm just kidding, y'all. But
He kind of serious though. He low key serious though.
welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. You know, your boy M3. I got Mr. Best of World with me as well too.
So salute
to the brother. Yeah.
Salute.
And so we're gonna talk about reasons why the world hates Christians. Now, of course, before we even dive into that, I gotta give a shout out to people who tuned in. Just a splash. Hit the like button on the way in. Welcome. Your presence.
Hey, Lady Sophia, what's going on?
Thank you for tuning in. This is Knowledge and Relationships M3, Mr. Best in the World 84. Salutes to you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And then we also have a new guest, Cool Gamer.
Hey, what's up, Cool Gamer?
Or she. Okay. Don't know the pronouns for this one, but that person says hello, everyone, or everybody. And that person says, you're awesome. And you know what? You are awesome as well, too.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in with love and compliment. Make sure everyone gets the likes up, as always. And if you are new and you enjoy Knowledge and Relationships like genuine, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Oops. Hold on for a second. Express. All right. Hit the likes up and subscribe. Okay. Go ahead and let's play some music real quick. Let me see. Go to what is going on my computer? Oh, never mind. Oh, it's been my favorite. All right, Mr. Best, right? Now since we got the mood set. All right, so what do you think, man? What's going on? Why are Christians getting a bad rap? Why the world hates Christians so much?
I think they hate them because, you know what I mean, a lot of times, you know, they're hypocrites, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times what they say they supposed to be following, what they're supposed to be doing, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what makes it people don't want to rock with them. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's a thing where, you know what I'm saying, like people just don't want to believe or they're not trying to believe. I think everybody wants to believe in something good or something that could benefit them. But it's like, all right, I believe in this, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be believing in something if I already know that, like, you know what I mean, y'all not even really doing what y'all say y'all supposed to be doing. And then you want to hold me to the standard that's not even real. Okay, we're gonna drop the link. I got the truth. So I think that's what really bothers people, man. I don't think that I think that people really want something to go to because this world is cold, it's hard. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, like, I'm a believing in this, but you know what I mean? Y'all gotta meet me halfway. You know what I mean? But I think maybe not everybody deserves the title as Christian, right? Maybe there are people who actually are Christians who actually really do believe in this and actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then maybe there's people who ain't, man. Like, you know what I mean? But my experiences is whew, it's few and far in between, man. I ain't really see it like that, man. You know what I mean? And I've been going to churches all my life, man, from non-denominational to Baptist to all types, man. I just ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hard for me to really, really be on some like an M3 if you can. You could pin that to the whatchamacallit, bro. To the
Oh, oh yeah. I got
yeah.
you, though.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, man, like that's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? I think of course we wanna believe in religion. Of course we wanna, do something well. Of course we want to, aspire to something higher. Who don't, man? Especially in this cold world, who does not? But you know what I mean? I'm not aspiring to something higher if I see like y'all trying to put me down or you're trying to bring me down. You know what I mean? And are y'all trying to judge me off of something that you feel, based on your reasoning of the word is not correct, man. It's your reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think at the end of the day, you know, it always says tell the truth in love. You know what I'm saying? You tell the truth in love, man, it works. People will respond to it. People gonna come to it because they're like, yo, this person really telling me the truth, but they actually really give a about me. You know what I'm saying? And then regards
Mhm.
to, okay, I'm telling you something, but when life really starts, happening or things really start, going down, you know, I'm not gonna really be there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be there. I'm just gonna be cheering from the sidelines, and you're gonna be stuck like Chuck. You know what I'm saying? And I think people don't want to experience that, man. People don't want to experience that. They want to be in a place where they feel loved, where they feel accepted. Especially like like I said, growing up in this world, you're gonna have different issues, man. And you don't want one of those issues being where you're supposed to go for comfort. Just like me going to the hospital and the doctor don't want to take care of my wounds. Like he's adding to my wounds. It's like what the hell? Like, so why am I in the doctor's office for? You know what I'm saying? Why am I here? You know what I mean? If they're not gonna take care of my wounds, they're not gonna take care of anything that I'm doing, or if they're not gonna take care of me, period. Then why am I here? You know what I mean? I might as well just go home and go do what I was doing before. You know what I'm saying? Because if not,
Mhm.
they're not calling no fouls, man. That shit's crazy. Watching this game, but if that's the case, then you know what I mean. Like, if that's the case, then it's like why am I doing what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? And I think people just feel that like they're just like, damn, like I want to believe, I want to be a part of this movement, I want to be a part of these churches, or I want to go, but it's like, what's the point? What's the use? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know I
Yeah.
felt that way. I know you felt that way in three. So go ahead and build, bro.
Well, okay. Well, see, the thing is for me, excuse me, like, I still believe, like, in the practices in Christianity, but however, and I understand that people will say that, people are people. Um, Christianity or just, the whole church is filled with people who are sick people. And, there are people who are looking forward to get well. Now, but the thing is, the problem is that everyone fails to still hold yourselves and hold each other to a higher standard. Hold on. Go ahead and bring this person in. I'll continue on.
Man, he just let himself in as usual, man. Let's bring in the brother. Truth is never favor. What's going on, brother?
What's going on,
Luke.
Jordan? How y'all feeling today?
Chilling, chilling, chilling.
Uh,
What's going on?
Robert.
Already,
What's good, bud? In, baby.
definitely had to jump on this topic. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Oh yeah,
yes,
man.
Let's do it.
All right. All right, let me continue on. So, the thing is, like, I still believe, you know, in God. I still believe in, following what the Bible says. Now, it's just that you have to be wary of the organization that you go to. Because the
Mm,
thing is, people, and here's the thing, if you allow people to destroy your faith, like, it can really be detrimental. It can really deter
facts,
your relationship from God.
facts.
Because you're expecting yourself to hold to a higher standard. Like, I'll give you some examples. I know that there's some Christians that hate my guts. Okay? And that's only because I try to hold them to a standard. I don't care about what title that was given to you by some preacher. If I feel like you're doing something that's hypocritical, if I feel like you're doing something that's shady and it's affecting other people, I'm gonna call you out on it. But if you feel like what I do to try to call you out on your BS is worth like trying to, exile me from, any organizations, then I don't want to be a part of it. Sometimes we have to understand that, look, maybe when we got into a certain church, it was there for like a reason for us to really learn and understand more about the Bible. But then after that, sometimes you have to part ways. By the end of the day, you're not going to die with the church. You're going to die alone with God. Judgment Day will be coming, and you have to get account of all the actions that you've done personally. So why not, you know, take everything that you learn and you see the good from it to build more closer to the Almighty. Don't worry about all these people or whatever, because they're a distraction at this point. But besides that, I think when people see um, people holding that title as Christians, but then and yet they're ready to fight, they're ready to curse you out, they're ready to say all kinds of stuff. I think that's where people start to see, well, you made an oath that you're gonna hold yourself to a higher standard. And I know it's not fair for the world to judge you, but that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not living your life in the light, the world is definitely going to see that. And they'll be really quick to point fingers and judge you.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Truth?
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm done talking.
My fault.
No, you
Uh,
good.
yeah,
I'll give. Oh, good. Excuse me.
yeah. So it's it's a couple of things. The world hates Christians because, I'm talking about authentic first. The
Mm-hmm.
world hates authentic Christians because the world hates Christ. He even said it. He said, understand the world hates you, but understand the world has hated me first. But be of good cheer, I have overcame the world. So it's naturally that this is what it is. God himself said this. He said that the world will hate him. And sure enough, the very ones that he healed and fed, they were the main ones at the gate saying, crucify him. It is what it is. Human nature is evil. The book actually says it. We're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. We're not good. We're bad people trying to do good. And all you gotta do is look at someone's heart, which means their intent of the reason why they do things. Most people do things so they can be seen and validity and validation of other people. Some people do things for money, but very rarely is people doing it in service and pleasing and worship for God, which is the only reason why you should be doing anything. So that's the first part. The second part is a lot of people don't want change. They don't want to be honest to themselves, their behavior. And when you look inside that book,
Truth. Hold on, brother. Hold on a
all right,
second.
go
Gotta
ahead.
bring in my guest real quick. I want to get to the second part, but hold on. Really quick, I just want to give a quick acknowledgement to Von Eric. Shalom all. What's good with Von Eric? Gotta bring in the music producer for non relationships and the intellectual soapbox, DJ Eddie King.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
What's going on, man? What is going on? Hey,
chill.
Mr. Vince.
right.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah. Now it's official.
Recovery.
Now we got the men up here. It's
Yeah.
official.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
excuse me.
I knew you was talking.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Okay.
Well, the second part is that a lot of people they don't want to change. Thing about anyone that who has ever read the book will show you exactly where all your weaknesses is. The stuff that you hide from people, it's like it's like an X-ray. It show you exactly who you are, where you fall short from. You can't escape it, and that's why a lot of people when they read it, they like, well, damn. I can't do this. I can't live a perfect life because I'm not perfect.
Okay, Truth, you're fading in and out. All right, Truth. Okay.
Yeah, he's struggle streaming.
Okay. All right, we'll get to DJ Eddie King. Truth, let us know when your connection's back.
Yeah.
Because you're struggle streaming right now.
You going in and out.
Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah. Okay. All right, DJ Eddie King.
Yes.
All right. So,
lay it on me.
Why does the world hate Christians?
Well, people that are Christians, right? Because before I came here, I did hear Truth say, and he's right about how everybody hated Christ first, and he's right about that. But as far as the people that are Christians, a lot of people hate them because a lot of times it starts on the corners on the streets, and when they're out reading the word, a lot of times you have Christianity that will pick on certain people about, hey woman, what you got on? Why you got that on? Why you got? What are you doing? You ain't supposed to be wearing that, And then you got some people that will try to convince you, like, hey, this is what it says. You see the sketch right here? This is what it says. You have to get into this, or you're going to hell. If you don't do this, you're going to hell. And then people would run away. A lot of people run away. A lot of times there's people out there that like to bully people with scriptures, and also state their opinion on the scripture that they feel that what it's saying is the truth to them. And then you got some Christians that say, hey, well, this means A, B, and C, but you got the other side saying, hey, this means D, E, F. So you're gonna have yeah, exactly, WWF. Either that or a big old argument. Instead of them saying like, hey, I'm just delivering you the message of what it says. You know, hey, you have your opinion, and I guess I have my opinion of what it says. Hey, just good day, brother. But they don't say that. It turns into a big argument, man. Big argument. And that's the reason why. That's definitely the reason why.
I gotta give a quick salute to first Daryl Long. Salute to you, my brother.
Long, what's good, Brody?
Tuning in. And then also like salutes to Sir Hell Speaks. I'm gonna give you guys the air horns. Yeah. Hope all is well. Yeah, definitely for sure, man. Just recovering, but thank you. So, okay.
It sounds like you got a cold, M3. You all right?
I don't know what I have, to be honest with you. But I can't really tell. I know my body was all ached up at one point, and I had a massive headache. But it's not like I have like a runny nose or whatever. But yeah, I was out so bad.
Dry
The doctor had to put me. I don't know, just something weird. I think it was I think I have a fever. So the doctor put me out for like a couple of days.
Bro, I hope you get well, man.
Make sure it's not food poisoning or nothing like that. Cause I had that, man, and that was crazy.
Food poisoning is definitely bad. Definitely. Oh my goodness, man! Terrible.
Shit. You know what happened? I'm not trying to slander my place of duty, bro, but some of them, man, they don't care, man. They be like having me work out in the hot heat. It was like 96 to like almost 100 degrees, and man, like it was so bad, man. Like I was like super dehydrated. Then I tried to get some water, like the water wasn't really working that well. I was like, come on, man, what the heck? And yeah, it just got so bad. Like, I was drinking water, like, I think I probably drank like at least 2 gallons, and I was still dehydrated.
Man.
And yeah, and I had that I'll just say I had the flushies, bro. For sure.
I feel you.
Bolo TV, salute to you, man. I see you.
Salute to Bolo. I got him. I got it. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, salute to Bolo TV, man. Good to see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And I just want to say this for everybody, because the weather is spiking. Make sure you got your Gatorades, okay? Make sure you get your waters. Be safe out there. All right. Also, there's something that I do called probiotics. All right. I would say do that year round. Okay, take your probiotics. They're a little expensive. It's like $15, $20 a bottle. It's a little expensive, but it's worth it.
But it's worth it.
All right. It's worth it. When you take probiotics, take them early in the morning. This is what I do. I take my probiotics early in the morning, and I drink a glass of water, and I'm good the whole day. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Even if I feel like a sore throat, even if I feel like something's a little off, I take my probiotics, drink my water, I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, please stick to that. Yeah, definitely get you something. Yo, I'm telling you, go to Target, go to their little section where they keep like all the vitamins and all that, and get you some probiotics. Okay, probiotics it boosts your immune system. Okay, it keeps your immune system high, and it keeps your immune system high for 24 hours. And all you need is 2 of them. You take 2 of them, you good. I got me a big old bottle. It's like $20-something, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I take it year round.
Yeah, I just left from Target to stack up on some Gatorades too.
And also,
I got the one with the sugar-free kind too,
and also get your alkaline water, man. It's called alkaline electrolytes. Get your alkaline water. Make sure it says pH 9.5. The purified water. You get that type of water, man. It's good water. It's great water. Good for your body.
Speaking on that, Eddie, there's places that you can go, right? And if you don't want to buy your water from the supermarket because they may be a little expensive, you can find these little water places where you can, like, if you bring your own jug, you can get that water that's expensive and you can get it at a low price. That's what I do. Like, I have my jugs. Yeah, I have my jugs. If you ever come out here to San Jose, I'll take you. You know what I'm saying? It's like 5 minutes away from my house. You know what I'm saying? Like you go, right? and you could fill up like mad jars of water, and it's like multiple jars for like $2-3.
Oh, that's nothing. That's good. That's
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
good price. A good deal.
Yeah, and that way you're not spending $3 on just one jug by itself. You have multiple. I mean, the big jugs, the really like the one they put the coins in, them mothers.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and you only pay like $2-3. You know what I mean? That's it. And you can get all types of water. You get the pH balanced water. You can get the alkaline, anything you want.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? All you gotta do is just bring your own jug. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's all I do, man.
You know that. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they have them somewhere. I know they got a few of them like in the East Bay somewhere. They're like these I forget the name of it, but it's like a water. There's like a water place you can just go and just like fill up your water if you bring your own jug. I forget what they call them. You know what I
mean? San Jose might be the best choice though.
Yeah. We have them out here. We have a few of them out here. So.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you for that information.
Real quick before I let you guys rock out, I gotta give a shout outs to my wife. Okay, shout outs to like the real good Christian wives that takes care of their husbands. That will take a day off or half a day off of work just to make sure that you're not passed out anywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Shout out.
Look, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people promote too much about polygamy, about like being alone or whatever. But I'm telling you, like, you know, whether if you die alone or not, you definitely don't want to like just be alone and just be like in a critical condition. You know what I mean? Like, people forget that, even though marriage is a partnership, but also it's a good type of partnership. You have your spouse's back, and they're supposed to have yours. But these, I guess these females, the way how Mr. Best in the World would describe it,
of course,
you know, they don't understand the value of that, and these boys too don't understand the value. You know, I hear y'all say N-word this and be this and be that. I know who y'all are, but let me tell you this though. You know, if y'all, matter of fact, hold on. Most of y'all that be talking about some of these like black women, you know, some of y'all are married to these black women. So I don't get the deal with that. But hopefully, you guys, man, will surpass the self-hatred. That's all I gotta say.
I'll say to each their own, y'all. Find you people that really care about you. Okay, find you a circle that really care about you, man. And if you can't, then hey, you better find ways to take care of yourself the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to everybody who's living all types of different lifestyles, man. I just hope y'all be safe, man. That's all I can say. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff going on in YouTube.
The hate is real.
That's all I'm gonna say, man.
The hate is definitely real. Oh man,
there's a lot of stuff going on YouTube, man. Too much, man. But shout out to y'all, even y'all who doing too much. Shout out to y'all too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but please don't drag us into y'all bullshit, okay? Please.
Oh man, big time,
man. We are not involved. Thank you. But no thanks. But please do subscribe to the channel.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Eddie. This is story time. Before you rock it, it's story time.
Story time.
Man, so somebody was like they was mentioning us, man. And I was like, man, I've never even spoken to you a day in my life. Like, I don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I just want to put this PSA out here real quick. Give me 30 seconds. Let me give myself 30 seconds. Let me put this PSA out here. Yeah. Wait, where's my timer? I got it. Hold on. Look, people, okay? Listen, we don't really know most of you, okay? We don't really care to know most of you. If you enjoy the show, enjoy the show. But your comments and, you know, who you think we should be working with or what we should be doing or how things are working with us, listen, build your own network, okay? I don't care about what you're doing, and I don't care about what you think about what we're doing. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do for you. You know what I mean? GMOD, and that's all I'm going to say.
Tristan, you said Dr. Sabian diet.
Dr. CB.
Dr. CB?
Shout out to Tristan, too.
Oh, okay, I thought he was... Isn't he trying to say Dr. Sabian or...
Dr. CB,
Oh,
Dr.
CB.
CB.
Not to see me.
Oh, that's
Okay.
that's how you
He's
spell
a
it.
dude that came up with this diet. I think he's like a. No, I know Dr. CB. I'm thinking about
Is,
Dr. Atkins. My bad.
is this the
That's a
same guy
dude.
that cured cancer and AIDS and
AIDS
stuff
and
like
all that.
that?
Yeah. That's from the African cat. The African cat.
Wait,
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah,
we
but
gotta say allegedly.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
All right,
allegedly.
YouTube. Allegedly. God.
But you know they switched all that up, Tristan, man. Like it's not the original.
Oh yeah, you
It's
don't got the
twisted,
original.
man. Yeah, they don't have the original no more,
You'll
man.
never get the original ever.
Uh-uh.
You will have to go to his country to get the original
All the way to the country to get it
and speak to his people.
Yeah,
to his people.
Mhm.
Exactly. They got
Private-
it. Probably.
privately.
Allegedly.
yeah,
Allegedly.
privately too.
Mhm.
Leave no trace. Don't
If
take.
they find
nothing
out
back.
that you know, they're gonna make sure that you go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. If they find
Yeah.
out that you know, they're gonna make sure you go allegedly. All right. Be careful with the information. All right. Be careful. Be careful, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I got disconnected, fellas. Wanted to,
Yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
I wanted to finish what I was. What
You
I
go ahead
was
and build truth. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you actually open the book, it'll show you who you are, and that's the one thing that a lot of people are scared of change. A lot of people don't think they need change. They don't think that there's even anything wrong with them. You can have a conversation with somebody, you can clearly tell them like, "Yo, that was wrong," and they'll look at you like you just crazy. Like, and you like, okay, so if I do that, would it be wrong for me to do it? And then they would have the audacity to say, well, yeah, if you do it to me. So why wouldn't it be wrong for you? So that's the one thing that a lot of people, while they rather have their own lives, again, it's innately in us to worship something, but we rather worship ourselves instead of God. And we rather go to other religions that are man-made created, because a lot of those other religions offer man-made things. Like, for instance, you can go to the Muslim and they say when you get to heaven you get to sleep with 12 virgins, or however many. I don't know the actual number, but I know it's a considerable amount of women. And right there you can tell that is man-made, because only a dude will create something like that. A perfect God is not worried about sleeping with no women that he created. He can make one divine being if he wanted to that is perfected, let alone some daggone 12 virgins. So this is how you can easily tell when stuff is man-made, when it's something that you would actually think about in your lustful days or something like that. And the third thing is this: for the KKKs, Nazis, and the so-called other, Christian people that's claiming the term Christian, which actually means Christ-like, all you got to do is say, what would Jesus do? And if in that thing, if you look at their behavior and everything, and you saying Jesus wouldn't do that, then you automatically know that's not a Christian. Because we desire to be Christ-like. We search out, our whole entire life is to be Christ-like. We want to please God in everything we do. And in turn, it brings you closer to people. People learn that it is decent individuals trying to do good. It is people out here that actually do love you in spite of your flaws, and so on and so forth. So those people that claim to be Christians and everything, but they out here killing, murdering, hanging people for the hatred of their skin or other things or other ideals or something like that, those aren't Christians. People that want to condemn people to hell for no reason just because they won't do what you want to do, those aren't Christians. But this is another thing. The where is it at? The same people that are talking about Christians, again, they are the ones that they don't want to do the right thing. They want to do what they think is right, not what is right. Just like we know there's a thing called my truth, and then there's a thing called the truth. The truth is synonymous with everyone, and it transcends time. People's my truth is based off of their own POV, their point of view. So they tend to say, okay, if I think this is right, regardless of it, if it's right to the whole entire world, then it's right to me. And that's not logically, intelligent. That's a person that's dealing with, emotions and a lot of insecurities from my point of view.
I got a question, Truth. When you
Yeah,
do
you
it,
can ask me after I finish.
Yeah, after you finish, yeah.
And the last thing that, again, those people, those aren't Christians. One that put you down and not try to help you or everything, and then let alone they aren't living that way themselves. Oh yeah, those are hypocrites. Speak about that in Matthew 7, and a lot of people quote that thing. Don't judge, lest ye be judged. But you also got to continue to read. It says, don't judge if you don't know how to help your brother. It says, cast out the beam in your own eye, and then you will clearly see how to cast out the beam in your brother's eye. Don't say, don't judge or don't rightfully critique, because that's what judge is. Everyone judge. We judge off of stupid shit about color, television, basketball, things. That's why it bothers me when somebody says, oh, don't judge, don't judge. You judge every day. You judge the little things to the big things. We just use that judge reference when you don't want somebody to tell you to do the right thing, just like a spoiled child. So people that don't got a problem with changing, doing the right thing, I don't got a problem with somebody telling me, hey, bro, you wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Simple as that. And that's what authentic Christians do. You will tell somebody like, hey, bro, are you here to please yourself or are you here to please God? If you want to please God, this is what he expects of you. Simple as that. You don't want to do it? Okay, don't do it. And then see what happens when you get to meet him when you pass away. See if he say, hey, I'm pleased, well done, good and faithful servant, you may enter, or well, he say, hey, what did you do with my son Jesus? And then you don't have an answer, then the other place you're going. Just that simple. I don't try to force it on nobody. I'm too worried about me getting it correct. So what's your question, DJ?
Before I get to you, Truth, Mr. Best, someone's at the door.
Oh yeah, I got
doorbell. I love that doorbell, man. I swear. It's the best thing, man.
Oh man, this dude slammed the door. You don't even know. I got to let you in the building. You can't slam
God
the door.
damn,
man, don't be slamming my door like that, man. I just fixed that door.
Man, I gotta let the brother Von man. Wait, break my door, man. Von Eric, man.
These doorknobs
my
are
God, Von Eric. That's my dude, brother.
Von, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? Blessing to all. What's up? Shalom.
What's going on, bro?
Shalom, man. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, I got a question for Truth, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question. Well, let's just say without knowing the Bible, without knowing God, right? Is it natural to do good without knowing it?
Is it natural to do good?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, no.
No. Okay.
Because and I'm gonna tell you what, it's all about the intent. If you look around, if somebody would actually tell you the reasons why they do something, they're never gonna be honest and tell you, hey, I just do this for money, or I do this because it make me feel big about myself, or I'm doing this because ladies like it. Or they're never going to honestly say that. Nobody's going to be blunt and say that. I can honestly say that before I started serving God, even though I did what you would consider good, that I call acts of service, which, those of us who are in the faith, we know that don't even get you into heaven. It says that in the book. You can't earn your way into heaven.
Yeah.
So doing acts of good or being a goody two shoe, it really don't profit you anything except for like people like to say the word, oh well, I'm a good person. You hear so many people say that. Oh well, I deserve this. And I'll be just looking, okay, so what makes you deserve? What have you done that makes you deserve what you don't have? I believe everybody deserves what they already have. Now, if you want something else, you have to be worthy of that and make sure whatever you desire, you can reciprocate that. Don't ask for something that you're not.
Well, not necessarily. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to earn it. I'm just saying, let's just say there's a gut feeling in all of us, and you just see something that you feel that it's the right thing to do. Is that natural?
Uh, it's naturally for us to be selfish.
I'm gonna
No,
ask a question. DJ, when you say natural, I just want to see where your heart is. When you say natural, what do you mean? You use natural.
No, I mean, someone, anyone that's never read the Bible before, that doesn't even know anything about the Almighty, doesn't even know that the Almighty exists. Let's just say that they see something and they just have this gut feeling that when they make that move, it's the right thing to do. Like, for example, there's an older lady walking across the street, and she could barely walk. It's the feeling inside you to go help that woman, to walk her across the street. Is that a natural feeling, like a natural gut?
That's learned.
But without reading the scriptures and stuff like that, it's a
That
natural
right
built.
there, that right there can be learned. Everything that we do, we've seen it some type of way. We've seen it, we heard it, we witnessed it, or somebody taught us, or they spoke it to us. It's no baby that comes on this world and will grow up without any influence and just walk a person across the street. You can see people that don't walk people across the street, and you be like, "Hey, you won't do that? You won't open the door?" You know why? Because they weren't influenced or taught that. Do I think they such a horrible person that they didn't open the door or anything like? No, I don't think they are a horrible person. I think that they need manners because that's what it is. It's just manners. But I don't think that makes you good because you open the door.
No, I'm just saying they don't even. Let's just say they don't even know what good is, but they just feel like it's the right thing to do. They just feel like it's the right thing to do.
Well,
we
already know.
Yeah,
we already know we don't operate off our feelings.
Like you got cats out there, who is deep in the streets, but doing these type of things, and then for some reason sometimes they don't even know why they're doing it, but they feel like it's the right thing to do.
No, I never heard that in my life. I heard people say I was raised, I can sell drugs and everything and handle the streets, but I was raised to open the door and learn how to treat a lady.
Can I build on that? I think what you're saying is true, DJ. Like, I think in people there is an innate feeling of doing what's right, right? It's like there's an innate feeling to do what's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you were a child, you know what I'm saying? You a clean canvas. You don't know right from wrong. Somebody has to teach you right from wrong, right? You know what I mean? But it's like there was times when your parent was like, yo, don't touch such and such, or don't do such and such, right?
Or they could just watch you.
But you were curious, and even though you knew it wasn't the right thing to do because they told you not to do it, you did it anyway, right? And then you paid the consequences. Or they tell you if you do that, you'll get a reward. You do that and they reward you, you get the consequences of that. So I think in us,
Now,
we have the innate.
Point.
Hold on. We have the innate desire to do either good or evil. That's in everybody. Everybody has a desire to do good or evil, but it's how you react upon that. You know what I'm saying? And as a child, you grow and you kind of learn what's right and what's wrong based on what you've been taught, or based on what people believe is right or wrong, right? So the people around you say, okay, look, we don't eat chicken on Fridays because that's wrong, right? That don't make no sense, right? But if they teach you that and that's something that they believe, you know what I mean? Then it's like, you know, it's to the point where it's like that's what you'll adopt because that's what they believe. Now we all know we can eat chicken on Fridays any day of the week, right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's what we believe, right? Or there's some cultures who think chicken is disgusting. They're like, ew, you eat chicken? Ew. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, like, or there's some people they eat animals that we keep as pets. You know what I mean? They'll chef up a cat in a minute. You know what I mean? They give you some good cat in a minute. You know what I mean? You be like, dang, I didn't even know that was cat. You know what I'm saying? But they'll hook it up. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, we a lot of things that we adopt, you know what I'm saying, or customs that we adopt are things that we are taught, including religion. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to this point, right? And I'm gonna close it at this. If I give you something, right? Let's say, Eddie, I give you a cup, right? But in that cup, I've already drunk out of it. There's already been juice in it. Like the cup is tampered, right? Is that still a clean cup?
No.
Okay. So that's what I believe with everything, including the religion that we know. All the religions that we know is something that's been tampered with. All the books that we've given, they have to be approved, right? Yeah. All the foods, every resource that you have has to be pre-approved, right? All the way down to the water, all the way down to what you wear. Somebody has to say that's okay for you to do. You know what I mean? Back to the animals. Certain animals you can't even have in your house that you can have in other countries because we don't approve of it. You know what I mean? So everything that you have here is pre-approved. Everything that you have that you touch first, somebody else had to touch it or they had to approve it. So if that's the case, then everything that we do has been tampered with or it's not completely original. We are reading and viewing things that somebody had to say was okay based on what they believe. Not based on what we believe. It's not based on what's right or wrong. It's based on what they believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem with all religion. It's based on the fact that we are reading and doing things based on what somebody else is telling us is right. You know what I mean? Because none of us have gone to Israel. None of us has gone to these places to really get the original text. And if we get the original text, we don't even know how to understand it or read it because we don't read that language. A lot of it is written in Hebrew, Greek, or Islamic. You know what I mean? Or Arabic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even have the original text. So how the hell am I know that everything I'm believing is right if I don't have the original text?
Right.
So that's just my thing on it. You know, people can believe what they want. You know what I mean?
Because Mr. Best, I've seen these kids, man, and this boy dropped his ice cream, and the other boy that he didn't know just gave him his. You know,
yeah, like I said, we have an innate ability to do what's right or what's wrong. That's right.
Okay, gotcha.
Without knowing anything.
So that's natural.
It's natural. You have a baby,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden that baby just it could be a newborn baby. The baby could just be born, and then all of a sudden that baby is smiling. You're like, what the hell? Like, that baby know how to smile, right? You never even taught the baby how to smile.
Right.
But it's already knowing how to smile, how to cry. These things are already built within us.
And laugh.
Everything and laughter. Everything else is stuff that we're taught. That somebody else is teaching us based on their level of understanding and perception.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you know, and depending on where you're at, you know what I mean? It all depends on how people gonna view you. Like I said, some people think eating chicken is disgusting. Some people think eating rat is okay. You know what I mean? Some people think eating, like I said, different things is okay that we will never eat in our lifetime because we're not used to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I never ate dog. You know what I'm saying? You know that I knew of. Maybe somebody tampered with my food and they gave me dog. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? But I never ate it willingly. You feel me? So that's the thing. Maybe I ate a hot dog and it had dog in it. And I had no idea it had dog in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's life, though. You know what I mean? If anybody else can build, go ahead.
Vonner, you had a question?
I do, but before he go in, I'm going to say like this. Again, y'all believe what y'all believe. I believe what I believe, and I'm saying no one, because it specifically says that we're born in sin, shaped in iniquity. I believe in the book and I also believe in God Himself. Not a figment of imagination. If people burn the books up, I don't need it. It's in me now. I don't carry around the Bible when I give you scriptures and anything like that. It's just in me. Just in me. So that part is just in me. And again, bringing up a child, I have two of them. And the first thing they do is do things out of what is called curiosity, not of right and wrong. They're learning what things are. So words are very important. Child don't go nowhere saying, oh, this is bad, I'm going to do this. This is good, I'm going to do this. No, they learn and then you correct them. They go to a stove. They see you over the stove, so they go to it. They touch it. They look at their hand. They burn themselves. And you say hot. You just taught them what that is. Then you tell them, don't touch that no more because it hurts. So you teach them. So now they learn that don't touch stove. Then they go on through their lives being curiosity to touch other things. Irons, anything that they see you do, they're going to go to it, pulling the TV cord. If there's something to touch, something to pick up, something to examine. People that have children know the first thing a baby will do is what? Put something in their damn mouth. Not to say whether it's good or bad. They're learning. They're trying to figure out. The baby senses, the first thing they learn to do is use their mouth. They suck. So naturally, once they start grasping, the first thing that has brought them comfort and understanding and learning is their mouth. That's why they immediately put something in their mouth. That's why you got to be careful around babies because they put stuff in their mouth as a choking hazard. That's the first thing you got to worry about when a baby is active, when they can touch things. What are they going to put in their mouth? So we learn things and things are taught to us. I learned how to listen to my mom. A baby will continue to do things that is curiosity, whether it's leaving out the door if the door is unlocked because he's seen you go out the door. Pick up this, turn on water because they seen you turn on water. They do every single thing that they have ever learned. They just don't randomly go somewhere and do something that they know that is bad or good. They don't know what that is until they're taught this is bad, this is good. They see their mom, they see their dad open a door for their mom. Oh, dad opened door for my mom, so I will see that. Dad opened for me. Let me walk out the door. Baby just don't come and open the door and learn how to open the door from nothing. They have to learn these type of things. That's the amazing part about being a parent. You get to watch your child mature and grow and learn what is to do and what is not to do. These things are taught. Same way the first thing that Adam learned was not to eat of the fruit. God told him that. He didn't say, oh, Adam was going to automatically know not to touch the fruit. He said, don't do it. And he created Adam. So why would he tell him that if he just automatically knew how not to do it? No, he told him because he knew that it's called curiosity. And it's a chance that, hey, there's stuff that I never knew about. It's animals, it's plants, it's trees and stuff. You told me I could eat of this, but why I can't eat of that? But he was obedient, but the female wasn't. Curiosity got to her. And then on top of that, the serpent told her some other stuff that messed her mind up and everything. But that's here and there. For me, we are not innately good. So many people do certain things for their own selfish reasons. No one does it just for the sake of what's right. That's what you call good. Even we learned in the book, Jesus himself said, why do you call me good? No one is good but the Father. So for me, the preference of good should not be in nobody's mouth because no one's good. And I will never agree that anyone is good. That's just me.
Well, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I can wait after you.
No, I was just gonna say, well, he got his opinion and we got ours. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. I agree with both what they said. I believe they synonymous to one another. It goes like hand in hand. I'm gonna start with Soapbox. I agree when he said that we're natural. As a kid, yes, you're born with that what you call natural. In the Bible, it calls spiritual gift, which is given to us by the Father. But yes, he is right as far as that natural. That's why I asked you when you was using natural, how was you using it? So I'm gonna use natural as you used it. Yes, we are born with that, but as we grow from a child on up, that's when, and we to get to know what we know is what truth is talking about, learning. So as I'm growing as a kid, my mom, just like Soapbox said, my mom or my father or people's belief telling me from their experience as I grow and they see it, they say, this is that, this is this, this is that. And I'm learning also due to what is already inside of me that was given to me by God. And those different interpretations or different, you call different, not different abilities, but people's experience, like he said, like Bach said, different religion, they just judge you. Oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Due to the laws that they looked in the Bible and their interpretation, they take that and they believe all people should follow that, which I understand. But it's many laws in the Bible, many different interpretations. And the only way you're able to see those interpretations is the gift that you have in you was given to you by God. And those gifts that you use accordingly throughout your life and your experience, you remember through the spirit of remembrance. Good is in you, just like Bach said, and bad is of you, just like True said, when you're born within iniquity, which is in the flesh. What you do as you grow, you learn and get close to whatever religion that you in, get close to that spirituality so you'll know how to use those gifts and how to see it in others and learn from that. But just like I said, both of the brothers was true.
Yeah.
And facts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want to say, like, you know, with everything is based on perception. I think we all know that. So, you know, I think our perception is limited to our experiences. Like, you know, everything we perceive, whether it could be anything. It could be kids. It could be anything. We are learning from our perception, right? Because in other cultures, other places, other things, you know what I'm saying, the way they react or the way that the people react, even the way the kids react, are going to be different based on that environment and experience. It's even proven. You know, they had two sets of kids, right? So one set of kids, they was hugging them every day. They were showing them love. The other kid, they put in isolation. They wasn't hugging them at all. And they kind of seen how their behaviors were shaped by them just doing just a simple hug. You know, how one kid was more comforting, how one kid was less comforting. You know what I mean? And it just shows you that.
Perception, Box, when you say perception, what do you mean perception? I just want to see where your heart is. When you say perception.
No, what I mean by perception is that our perception is based on our experiences.
Oh, okay.
And what our surrounding is, right? So if you grew up in a desert, right, you're gonna perceive drinking water different than what I perceive drinking water as.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because of your environment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
You're not experiencing different seasons. You're not experiencing rain like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're in a desert. So your mind is different. And that's also going to shape, that's even going to change even down to your body chemistry, how your body reacts to heat, because you've been in that climate. It's even, even in boxing, like, you know what I'm saying? They'll have boxers work out in gyms that are really hot in order for them to simulate the rounds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To simulate the environment. So environments change and everything's changed. You know what I'm saying? It shows you that there could be different experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like if I was raised in a tribal atmosphere would be different.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you used to wearing, you know, the paint, you know what I'm saying? And maybe the fig leaves and all that. I try to throw a sweater on you, you're gonna look at me like I'm stupid. What the hell is this?
So that means also just because I was raised in the tribal atmosphere and I come in another atmosphere, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong just because
Exactly.
another person.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. M3 will be back there. He ain't feeling too well, but he'll be back.
That's actually a great question. I got a question for you, Vaughn. Are you a Christian or what are you? Israelite? What?
Oh, and I walk in a spiritual path. I love them all. It doesn't matter. I love all religion, all spirituality. When God say I am, that's where I go by. I am.
Hold on,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
Before we keep building, I want to give a special shout out to K Marion. K Marion, good to see you.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Miss M3, how you doing? Yes, I am here on time today. Almost on time. Almost.
No, you good, bro. You good.
Yeah. So you believe in all religions.
Yeah, all religion.
So if you believe in all religions, then what?
You got? Oh yeah. Before you say all, you got to be careful with how you say it.
So real quick, can I specify something real quick? I just want to ask Vaughn something real quick before you build with him, True. So all religions, do you also believe like in aliens too, or like different dimensions and all that? Are you that far with it?
Well, if that's it, if it depends on, I will have to talk to the person. It depends on how he's saying when he's saying aliens.
Extraterrestrial beings.
There we go.
Or different portals, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, different dimensions. Do you believe in that as well?
I believe that it can be done due to it's nothing that God cannot do. Now, behind that, as far as how he perceives it, that's a different story. But what he is saying spiritually, yeah, I believe, because God told Moses is what's nothing what God cannot do. Is there anything that God cannot do? So yeah, I believe if he said different portals and things like that, yes, I believe because God can do it.
And the Bible does mention about celestial beings and also beings that are not celestial. So that also is in the Bible. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
As far as that,
it is.
Yeah, right. As
okay, so the alien thing is not far off. People just think that it's far off. But the Bible even says that there's different. They even name different beings in Revelation. There's different types of animals. There's an animal that has like an eagle's head and like a different type of body. Yeah, read Revelations. So listen.
So you interpret that as an alien?
No, I'm just saying it's a different being that we ain't never seen before, bro.
Yeah,
different beings. We don't got nothing like that. We don't got nothing like that walking around here right now.
That's right.
Oh, I mean, you better start Googling. You'll see all types of four-headed animals out here now.
No, but I'm saying like they may discover new animals, but we never seen some of the stuff they mentioned in the Bible. Like some of the animals mentioned in Revelations, we ain't never seen that before.
Right.
Which would be considered by definition extraterrestrial being. By definition.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let me let my brother real quick, man. He definitely gonna build with us, man. Like I said, he always motivates me to do the avatar thing, man. Got a lot of love for him. Mr. Bolo TV. What's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Bolo, how you feeling, man? I know you wasn't feeling well. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm better. I'm better.
Man, I'm glad you are. Glad to have you up here.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Bolo, I have a couple. I'm gonna bring you in and brief you up. So, let's start with the first question. Why do you think the world hates Christians?
Thank you, Truth. I appreciate that.
Yeah, why does the world hate Christians?
That means all. That means everybody. That means all.
That is funny.
Why does the world hate Christians? First thing, I mean, when we talk about people that really know the scriptures, they don't call themselves Christians. They call themselves believers. The Bible doesn't talk about Christians. Christ didn't say, "When I die, start the religion Christianity." So, that's like a loaded question, right? Because there is no religion is man's interpretation of the scriptures. So with that being said, why does Christians? Because Christianity is a lie.
And remember, Christian was used as a slur. They called him that as a slur. Remember that, Bolo? If you read, I think it's in Acts, they said Christian is a slur. I be knowing my Bible, yo. I'm telling you, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm about to study the Quran too. For all my Islam people, I'm about to study the Quran and Confucianism too.
Do you
I got to
believe?
study that out so I can know what I'm talking about because I want to be able to build with different people, man. I want to be able to build.
Do you know? Do you believe that we are innately good?
No,
Okay.
no.
Explain why that is, because I said that earlier.
You don't have to teach it.
That's a question about that.
We've read the scripture. We've
Yeah,
read that.
you don't have to teach a child a lie.
Why call me good?
They automatically know it.
Exactly.
Right? So you don't have to teach a child a lie. And, you know, scriptures tell you that we're shaped in iniquity. Right? So when Eve and Adam sinned, that opened the door to us being framed, the framework of it being us being formed in sin. So this is why when Christ was brought to the earth, he wasn't brought to the earth through a man. Remember the Immaculate Conception.
Correct.
Being, you know, coming through sex and coming through that way of being born, it's through sin. So
Correct.
But then that supports what Box is saying then. Too.
What's that?
What Box said that you're born with it. When he used when DJC say natural,
He said born with good.
no, he said, but you're shaped in iniquity.
Correct.
That's the flesh. Okay, you're born with flesh. That's what. Okay, so that means that's why I said both parties.
But see, you're born in the flesh. Okay, when you're talking about the spirit, what you're doing is you have to understand that your spirit takes time to mature. Right? It matures with the flesh. So it's not until you're older and you start to understand life that your spirit is then it goes through its choices of whether to go left or right.
Correct.
But initially, when you are brought to this earth, you are wrapped and shaped in iniquity.
Right.
Evil,
but
brother.
But you just said that a kid just lies. It's not taught.
Correct.
That's
So
what I
that
said.
means that means if it's not taught, that means it is naturally born.
Yes.
In sin.
Right.
And that means that's why I said what they saying is right and what you're saying is right. Awesome.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
But see, this, okay, so
Hold on. What you just said, you just said a kid is not taught. He just lies. Now, when a kid lies, that's when the parent will say, "You just lied. He just learned what he was naturally was born with."
Okay, learning is understanding.
That's
The child, okay, but the child doesn't understand. The child is just going off of the reaction of the parent.
Exactly.
It's not
Wait
a
a minute,
learning process. Hold on. It's not a learning process. My granddaughter, when she does something wrong and she sees granddad act a certain way, she's reacting to the way I'm acting. She doesn't know what she's doing is wrong at that point. She just knows that what she's doing gets an adverse a reaction from grandpa. So now as she get older, now I'll give her the clarity on why that was wrong. You brought up an example earlier. It's like if I tell my son, right? My son, when he was younger, he used to always try and touch the radiator. How do I teach my son hot? I can't teach him what hot is. So the best thing for me to do is let him touch the radiator.
Let him burn.
He touches the radiator, he learns. He doesn't know good or bad. He just knows it hurts. So every action is a reaction. So I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't know the pain. Okay, but he listen to what you just said earlier. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You just said that he wasn't taught to lie. Then you just said his reaction.
Right.
That means in him, right? Of that reaction, he responded in a lie. Then you said that the parent just told him.
There's a difference. You can't misuse the word.
Hold up. Which you don't. We playing semantics here.
We are playing semantics.
Wait.
Hold on. Let him speak.
Okay.
We playing semantics here, and the reason why we playing semantics I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm
Right.
saying that Box and DJ are right also because you proved it. You just said understanding when he lied and then he got the learning, he got the understanding also within the learning.
He did
Right,
not. No,
right. So by him reacting, by him
That's not
lying, that's
understanding.
naturally came out. Even
That's
though,
not-
let's just say, even though you don't have to understand, but that's natural.
No,
Right.
no, stop.
Right?
You're getting words
That's
confused.
natural.
Follow the lead stuff.
Hold on.
I heard. No, hold on. Trust me, I heard what you said. What you
I
said.
understand you
What you
heard.
what you're saying is right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No,
You're
I'm not
right.
saying you are. What I'm saying is, but we still have to use the correct wording. You know what I'm saying? Because if we use the wrong wording, things can get mixed up. Now, reacting and responding is two different things. There is no cognitive thought to reaction, brother. Cognitive thought comes in responding. Reaction is when the doctor hits your knee and your knee goes up. That's reaction. There is no thought process to that. A dog doesn't understand when you give him a treat that he does something. He didn't understand. He just knows if I sit down, I get food. Where's their understanding in that? He doesn't understand why he's sitting down. All he knows is if my master tells me to sit and I sit, I get a treat. It's the same thing with a child. They don't understand. They don't have cognitive thought to understand. They just know that if they touch that door, that Papa DJ is going to get pissed off. So they don't do it. Where do you get understanding in that? It's a reaction.
But okay.
He totally went right past the first thing. He totally went right past his first thing they started on.
I was just about to.
I've been saying the same thing, bro.
I don't
That's
think-
why I just said everybody
I don't think-
believes what they believe, and that's what y'all believe.
No, it's
But
very simple. It's very
Right.
simple.
Yeah.
Bolo, listen.
Yes, sir.
He does. Let's just say, okay, he doesn't understand. Okay, let's say you're right. But did he naturally learn that on his own, even though he didn't understand it?
He reacted. Yeah, correct.
That's a yes. Okay,
Yes.
that's all. That's all.
That's what we saying.
That's what we said. That's why we said.
That's naturally
Hold
born.
on. That's why we were saying
Hold on.
that you're right.
And
And we're right. That's why Vaughn said, "Oh, you're both right." You know.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. The scripture says, "With all thy getting, get knowledge and wisdom, but with all thy getting, get understanding."
Yes.
That's the most important. That child does not have understanding. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you.
And we're
The
not
only
saying
reason
that.
why-
We got
We're not saying that. We're not saying that.
All right, so so
Hold on, wait.
let me say something. Can I say something real quick?
You did say
So
that
this
earlier.
goes.
No, hold on. We not
This goes
saying
to
that.
your point
We heard
earlier.
you.
This goes to the point earlier. In order to do good, you have to have understanding, bro. That's what you're not understanding.
We're not saying
We
that
not saying
either.
that.
We're not saying you
Okay, hold on.
going somewhere else.
Hold
Saying that.
on. We got the tape. Let's rewind. Because see, I don't do this. Please rewind. Because the
Rewind
first thing you came out and said.
First thing I was saying was
Yeah.
understanding.
Correct.
No. Say it again.
Yeah.
But wait. Say it again.
What y'all
The
was
first
saying.
thing.
Because y'all both talking at the same time.
The first thing we was talking about in the beginning, you asked. See, I remember what you asked me. Vaughn wasn't up here when you asked me
Okay,
the
go ahead.
first question. He came up afterward. You said, "Do somebody can they by default have in them to do good?" That was the question.
No. Do the right thing. The right thing.
Okay, well, the right thing, whatever. Now you're playing some man.
No, I'm not. That's what I said. That's what I
You
said.
Hold on.
not-
Hold on, y'all. Wait. Hold on. I gotta let a guest in. Hold on. I gotta get my shout outs too. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. All right. So, you know what I mean? He been waiting for a minute. I'm just gonna open the door for him, man. Just come on in, man. Let's welcome. You know what I mean, Mr. Marcus. You know what I mean?
What's
And
up?
yes, definitely.
What's up, my
Rest in
boy,
power to all the
Marcus?
victims, man.
Shout out to everybody. How's everybody doing?
All right, how you doing?
Shout out, brother. Shout out.
Good, good, man.
Let
How
me-
y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Let me give a shout out to people who just came in. You know what I mean? Shout out to OG Patrice. Hey, OG. You know what I mean? Much love to you. You know what I'm saying? Much love to OG Patrice, y'all. You know what I mean? Definitely. So, yeah, y'all can keep building, man. Go ahead.
Again, listen. I'm very careful with my words, and I remember exactly what was asked and what was said. We can go rewind it, and I'm going to be right.
Why are you looking for an argument, Truth, man?
I'm not looking for an argument. I like to be correct.
I just said.
No, what you just said.
I said you was right, and
no, we're not. But that's the thing.
And Bo was right. That's what I said.
No, Vaughn is saying that both is right, and that's not what was talked about. What was said initially, because I like things to be correct. What was said was initially that you said, I've seen children walk an old lady across the street because they
That's
just.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Hold on, y'all.
Right. You said you
guys, hold on. Family, hold on. Let's move past this because Vaughn, because Vaughn ever said he agrees with both sides. I did him say that, all three sides, or how many sides he agrees on. And he agrees on all religions. Okay, that's what he said. He said he sees good. He said he sees everybody's point, and he also sees where we all could kind of be off a little bit too. And me and Vaughn both definitely agree to that. I want to move on to Marcus. All right, Marcus, what do you think about the conversation, man?
What was the context? Because I was not there.
Why does the world hate Christians?
I think it's because maybe they don't understand. Maybe they misunderstood some things. Maybe they had a bad experience. Sometimes we kind of tend to paint a picture when we go through something, and we might try to blame the rest or blame the general number, and we don't know how to rationalize, get some clarity, get some therapy. So maybe that's what it is. Just because I had let's say for example, I had a bad experience or maybe a racial experience with a black person against me, I'm not going to villainize black people. I think we need to take the time to reach out to every and any corner if you really want to make the homework and do the homework with Christianity. And I think that's the issue. I think we need to do is take the time out, heal, show some compassion, empathy, some understanding. Hopefully you can take the time out to reach to somebody who actually goes to church, but not just lives by the institution, but more of the spirituality, more of the religion with the individual.
I agree. People need to heal.
Y'all can keep building on whatever y'all was talking about.
Well said, Marcus.
Yeah, but but was you there?
So, go ahead. M3, you there? I see you up there, man.
M3 not feeling too well, man.
You not feeling too well? Oh man.
Yeah, he wants me to moderate for right now. So
I want to hear Bolo because I haven't heard Bolo speak.
Hold on, y'all. Before Bolo speaks,
I'm still here listening.
Okay, yeah, he's still listening. She says, "What an extremist or rude or ignorant person teaches Christianity. A person isn't gonna want to learn." That is true. When extreme, yeah. That's true. That's true.
And that goes in all religion, actually, too, because you have extremists in all religions.
Yeah, you do. You sure do. They still believe in tying someone up and throwing stones at them. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about literally stones. Tied up against the tree. They still believe that, man. They still believe that right now.
Oh.
But that happens. That happens over there. But Eddie, that happens over there, not over here, though.
I said people. I didn't say over here. I'm just saying people.
So go over there. Go over there.
Listen. You come with me. You gonna come with me? You come with me? I'll go over here.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's what I know I'm saying. You come with me.
You coming with me?
You can go by yourself and get a round trip.
Oh man, you can come with me. Oh man. Yeah, Eddie is hilarious, bro.
Oh man. So let's get back to this, man.
I just wanted to show, make a quick little laugh because it sounded like it was getting too serious, a little too heated, but wanted to make sure, bring down the room a little bit, show a little laughter.
I was nice. I was actually nice. I didn't say anything wrong.
Nobody said
you took it there. But you took it there.
I took it there?
Nah, I'm just playing.
Yeah, but Marcus, were you here when he took it there?
Yeah, was you here?
But
You know?
no, and Coach Entry, I was not here. Coach Entry. I was just watching from the sidelines. I was on the bench. The rookie was on the bench.
All right. Well, how about this? Go ahead, Mr. Best. Go ahead.
Yeah. If you want to keep building on your point, or if anybody else want to keep building on your point,
that's cool. You cut it off now. There's no point.
Okay.
I feel like yeah. I feel like it's turning into something else. Like let's just move on and can we talk about teleportation? Does that exist? You know, does that exist?
Does what exist?
Teleportation.
Oh, we ain't on the Christian thing.
Because no, I'm just saying. I'm just asking because it could be in the Bible. I'm just saying it could be. That's why I'm asking. Does
teleportation in the Bible?
Because there are some people that's older than us, like 2-3 times older than all of us, that believes that.
Okay, two questions. Are you talking about what people believe, or are you saying this is actually?
Does teleportation exist?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's important that we should know about a lot of these things. Or,
when you say,
my question would be, does it matter if it exists?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Hold on. Before we build on that, let me give a shout out real quick to the homie Be Easy That Do. Yes, has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community?
Oh, that's a good question right there. Be Easy That Do.
I'm gonna pin that. We're gonna get the 80s question first. Then I'm gonna go back to that.
Yeah, it's hurt. It's hurt the question. It's hurt the Black community more than it's helped.
Hold on. We're gonna get to that, but not yet.
Bolo.
Okay.
Bolo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you said doesn't matter. I said yes. But what do you think? Like truly, what do you really think?
What I'm saying to you is I think that there are more important questions that we would need to deal with than, I think teleportation is one of the last. Right? Why can't we get our minds together? Why is the Black family fractured? Why isn't that we can't talk about love? Why can't we see things together? Why can't we get together? Why can't we understand God? Why can't we understand? There's a lot of questions that come way before truth. Becomes way before teleportation. I'll tell you, teleportation ain't important. I'm saying to you, there's a lot of things that we need to get through before we get to teleportation, before we waste brain cells. And the reason why I'm saying that to you is that we have a very distinct opportunity here, right? That we're on a platform where thousands of people are going to watch. And we want to give them something to take away from this. So every time we open our mouth on a platform, we should be dropping something that helps somebody, helps them see something different, helps them to be a better version of themselves. That's what I hope that we should do. You know what I mean?
I want to know. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Vaughn. Go ahead.
No, when you say teleporter, you mean
DJ? Why do you always do that, man?
Because we was both talking at the same time, and
when you say teleporter, you talk about like.
Why don't you teleport your ass over there?
But listen. I'm just saying. Let's just say we focus on this road, right? Just like Bolo said. Let's just say we focus on this, right? And all of a sudden, I open my door, and the next thing you know, I'm back into the 1600s.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to figure out how the hell did I get here?
But that's not teleportation. That's not teleportation. That's time travel. Teleportation is to be from one place to another.
That's fair.
When you have time and you flap time.
You understand it. There we go.
Hold on. Wait. How is that not the same thing?
Because time travel.
You really want to do this conversation?
Teleportation is when you actually fold time and you actually move from one place to another in a fragment of seconds.
Okay.
Time travel is when I go from one time to another time.
An era of time.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
God, don't co-sign this.
But hold on. We're still traveling and we're still moving.
Exactly.
To
different volumes.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me bring clarity. Hold on. We you know, it's a base of travel where you are moving from one point to another, but one involves time and one involves location. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So teleportation involves location. Wait, let me finish. Teleportation involves location. You know what I mean? It doesn't involve time, right? Time travel involves you going back in time. You know what I mean? You going back in time using teleportation, right? So you're still using teleportation, but you're moving through time.
Right. That's why I asked. That's why I asked. When Truth said get understanding, that's why I always ask a question. How you use that word so I can know where your heart is and where your heart and your mind is coming together as one before I can answer. Because I don't want to assume, because it's different interpretations. That's like he said, teleport is, and Box explained it very well. It's different interpretation, and he clarified the interpretation that DJ was saying from his heart and his mind.
Right. And thank you, Mr. Best.
Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example, everybody. Right?
Oh, it's in 3. Hey, let me clap.
I gotta give a quick shout out to them 3. I gotta give a quick shout out real quick. I just want to acknowledge them real quick. Just real quick, just 2 people. Shout out to Mimsy Limbs. You know what I mean? Said, hey, y'all.
Hey, baby.
You know what I mean? Bada bing, hit that like button. Yes, sir. And shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes. She says, good evening, gentlemen in chat. Good evening, Red Lipstick Vibes. Good to see you. Good evening.
Hey, also, rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Yeah. M3, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so let me break it down right to DJ Eddie King's teleportation. I believe that teleportation does exist, right? Because remember, Jesus Christ did teleport. Right. You know, in the scripture, if you think about this, remember when was it Peter? No, it was one of the disciples. They had doubts, right, that Jesus was not alive anymore, and I think, like as the Bible described, it was like in some type of house or whatever, and it was like, you know, you gotta believe that, you know, like Jesus is like still like, you know, alive, and you know, Jesus just kind of showed up out of nowhere, and he was like, yo, like, you know, check out these hands or whatever, you know, these were hands that was nailed to the cross, you know, I'm still here. And he came from way from where he was at, you know, to now.
Yeah.
That is true, bro.
I just can't remember which guy said it.
Is someone at the door? Someone
is at the door.
Thomas,
you know what I mean?
Thomas.
And listen, as I always call, I said, this is the realest person in the YouTube streets, and I stand on that. All right? I stand on that. You know what I mean? I love the sister. She's wonderful. She's phenomenal. You know what I mean? Salute to her. You know what I mean? And her name speaks for itself, y'all. Y'all already know who. I think I probably know who I'm bringing up. Gotta bring up OG Patrice.
Is she here?
Hey. What's going on,
hey,
family?
Hey, OG
Patrice. What's up, man?
She must have teleported here, DJ. Did she teleport?
Listen, it seemed like it's been forever since I've been on this panel.
Yes, ma'am.
I know.
Yes,
we miss you.
I miss y'all guys too. It's been a minute. How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Doing wonderful.
We're doing good. Before we get to Be Easy's question, right? I'm gonna ask OG Patrice the question, the main question. OG, why do you think the world hates Christians?
Wow, that's a great question. I don't think necessarily that all the world hate Christians. I know it's in certain parts of the country, Christians are hated to the fact that they are deleting them, right? Like if you go over in Middle Eastern, some Middle Eastern countries and stuff, like they hate them so much, you know, for their own selfish reason, hypocrisy, that they are literally deleting Christians over there in certain Middle Eastern countries. But in general, I don't think that Christians are hated. I don't hate Christians. I'm not a Christian anymore. I don't hate Christians, but I think it's a lot of the hypocrisy that I see a lot in Christianity, which is what turned me away from Christians and Christianity, is because of a lot of the hypocrisy I see that is done within the Christians within themselves. You know, it's for me, that's my whole scenario. And I think this is actually a really great question and panel and a great topic to talk about tonight. But I don't think the world in general because I got Christians still in my family. I got Christian friends that I love very dearly, but I call them out on their hypocrisy every damn time, because for me, I think it's worse for them, because they're going to get it worse from God. See, because God says, and I think it's in Revelations, I may be a little rusty, maybe Bolo can help me with this, but see, I studied the Bible for a whole year when I practiced Christianity with a theology. I almost got my degree in theology, right? So I studied for a whole year, and I think it's in the book of Revelations where it says God would rather have you hot or cold. But it is a lot of lukewarm Christians out here, and those are the ones that's going to get it the worst from God, because God rather you be all good or all bad. He don't want you in the middle. And see, and it's a lot of lukewarm Christians, a lot of them, and that's the hypocrisy part that I dislike in Christians.
That's Revelation.
And even the Bible says, oh, I'm sorry, OG, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I thought it was Revelations. I thought I was right. I did say Revelations, but and that's it.
16.
Thank you for clearing that up. But now I just want to say that. But go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, even the scripture says that Jesus said even the prostitutes and thieves are getting ahead of you in heaven. I'm like, wait, how do prostitutes and thieves get into heaven? Like, how's that even possible? Like that had me kind of perplexed. I'm like, yo, how do you even get in? You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of had me perplexed. But at the end of the day, I understand that, like, we don't choose who get in. God chooses, right? So it could be somebody that we like, yo, this person is terrible. They're a terrible person. And they get in. They get in. They make it.
And that's crazy, right?
And we sitting there like, yo, how he made it, yo? Yo, her body count mad high. How she make it?
Probably had coffee dates and a teleportation device.
Oh wow!
Because of
Why you still in that teleportation, man?
Hold on. I'm trying to hear Bolo. Y'all, hold on. I'm trying to hear Bolo. Then I'm gonna get to the question.
It's because of heart, man. I'll give you an example. There's a lot of, Christ tells you in the scriptures that there's a lot of people that do honor me with their mouth, but are far from me in their heart. So it doesn't matter how much you know. It's your connection. It's your relationship with the Father. That's why he says, seek ye the kingdom first and all else shall be added to you. See, a lot of people think that if they know the knowledge, that if they have the knowledge of the Bible, that's good enough. And it's not. That's far from what it is. The relationship and the connection is what matters more. The knowledge you get through the connection. There's a lot of atheists that can break down the scriptures and are correct when they break it down. But the one thing that they don't have is that connection to the Father. So if you don't have that connection with them, but yet you can quote scripture all you want, doesn't mean you're getting in.
Exactly. And I'm not bro Bolo on the spot, because I'm not impressed by somebody that can quote scripture to the T, can tell me what chapter, what verse, what this, word, that. Guess what? Satan knew the Bible like the back of his hand. Remember, he was an angel that fell from heaven, right? Fell from sin through his pride, right? So that don't mean nothing with just because you tell me I know it like the back of my hand. I walk this, I live this. You can say all of that, bruh. But what is in your heart? And God is a heart knower. He's a heart knower. He knows your heart. So no matter what everybody else say or think, you could claim to be this Christian, that Christian, this or that. Don't mean nothing, because God is the heart knower of all things.
And let me add this to that. And that was the difference between the Mosaic law, Mosaic covenant, and the covenant of Christ. And you saw that happen with Mary Magdalene. When those men grabbed that woman, and only the woman, because she was about to have sex with the man. So they didn't grab the man, they grabbed her. And they threw her to Christ and said she should be stoned. And Christ was like, you right. She should be stoned. She committed adultery. You good. But here's the thing. He who has no sin cast the first stone. See, what they were rocking with was the law. What Christ was rocking with was the covenant, the truth. And they were found guilty in the spirit. That's why none of them threw stones at her.
And Bolo, remember, in that scenario, that very scenario where that happened, remember when they were saying that Christ was writing something like in the dirt, and they don't tell you what it is, but you notice during that time, they said all of the Sadducees and Pharisees that were condemning this woman started slowly walking away after Christ said, "He who cast the who is without sin cast the first stone." You know why? Because every last one of them knew they had a sin that they had committed, so they knew that. Go ahead.
The point wasn't that they committed sin. The point was that they were cold. See, when you understand the law of Moses, it shaped you. That's all it did. It shaped the flesh. That's all it did. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. That's what it did. When Christ came across, the Mosaic law was gone. Now you under the covenant of Christ now. Now the covenant of Christ is totally different, my G. I'm checking your spirit. Because the Mosaic law, if I had 10 turtle doves, I had 10 sins to commit. That's how they looked at it, right? With Christ's law, oh no, I'm checking your spirit. I'm checking your heart. So you can tell me all these different things you want with your mouth, but I'm looking at your heart, man. I see who you truly are, and you're a wicked dude or you're a righteous dude. And that's what it's about. It's about your heart. It's about me watching you and seeing how you move. Now, when I see the way you speak, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you walk, that shows me who you truly are. Because when you watch a person, a lot of the times their body tells you something totally different than what their mouth is saying, if you really know what to look for. So this is the whole thing. So, it's not about what you say with your mouth. It's about what's in your heart. And that's what Christ is looking at. He's looking at what's in your heart. And that's the one thing you cannot hide.
Okay, family.
I saw.
Hold on, OG. I got to get to these questions. And then after that, I'll let you build after that. You got 3 questions. I'm gonna give everybody a minute to answer it. Okay. So, the easy ask: has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community? So I'm gonna start from Marcus to Bolo to Von Eric to OG. Then I'm gonna go to Eddie, me, and then M3. So, Marcus, has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community? You got 1 minute.
I can't really speak for the Black community, but if I could do my best guess and opinion from what I've seen in other people's lives, I think it's at about an even, like it's like a standstill, like 50-50. So that's my opinion. It just depends, like Bolo and other people were saying. It's in the eye of the beholder, the person that has not just the knowledge, but more so how he acts, how he walks, or how she walks or talks, and also the scriptures, the messages, how it correlates with you spiritually as a heart, integrity, morals, values, all that kind of things. And I think that's what's important. I don't know. So do I think it's helped her? I think it's at a 50-50 both. So it's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Bolo TV, has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community? What do you say?
It's done more to hurt. That's one of the things that was taught to Black people in slavery. Christianity was brought to, specifically for this question, the Black man, and it was taught that God was white and all the angels was white and all the angelic beings was white. So obviously, if I'm putting you in slavery, you need to be afraid of me because I represent those beings, right? And we were forbid to read, to open up this book and understand it the way it was supposed to be understood. So yeah, it hurt us more, and until today, it hurts us. Even with the prosperity gospel, where these people are telling you that the more money you put in, the more blessings you get. You got to give me this and give me that, so that you have to put in this to get your blessing and all this stuff. And it still hurts us because we still continue not to open up the book and read it ourselves. So yeah, it's hurt us more than it's helped us.
Thank you, Bolo. Thank you. I like how you close that too. I
was surprised he said that.
Word. I'm gonna get to Von Eric. Von Eric, what do you think, bro? Has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community?
I think it goes down to which community, and then which Black community. Then it goes which interpretation of Christianity that's been taught to the Black community. I think it helped, as time went on, I think people started moving away from Christianity, started putting their own interpretation, leaning on their own interpretation, and to accomplish their agenda. And when they did that, yes, it hurt the Black community. Then it also has to be what, like interpretation. Ethiopia, the Coptic Church, the Abyssinians, they did missionaries all through Africa. One of the oldest church in the United States is an Abyssinian church in Harlem, in New York. They helped a lot of people there. That's the reason why Harlem was like a birthplace when it comes to communities, the Black communities being uplifted. And they followed a lot of the Coptic interpretation of Christianity. So it goes what community that you was raised in, what interpretation. Was it a Roman, was it the Irish, or was it any other Christianity interpretation that was forced on you or put on you? And
run that, brother. Time's up, bro. Time's up.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
We got time? Oh.
Yeah.
I was
OG
right.
I didn't even see the time.
I didn't see it either.
OG Patrice, I'm asking you the same question. Has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, especially the Black community, specifically the Black community? I'm sorry, specifically the Black community.
Yeah, I think it absolutely have in a lot of ways. Because if you really look at the Christianity, like what Bolo's saying, we was raised to believe it was all a white man's world, and I think it made Black people docile. I think it made us very docile since slavery on up until now, because a lot of churches and pastors still hold on to that same ideology, of the white Jesus, of white angels, and all of that stuff. But if you really dig into our lineage, your heritage, your history, where you come from, if you come from any parts or forms of Africa, it wasn't Christianity that we practiced. Our religion or faith or spirituality was not even called Christianity for a long time, until the white man came over there and changed it and made it that way. It actually was something that we went into the spirits regarding our ancestors. And even if you do any history like what I did, any research on it, it was all about the spirituality that comes from.
I'm sorry, OG. Time's up, OG. I'm sorry.
The ancestors. So just to say that, it has made us very docile. It's made us very turn the other cheek, don't want to fight for nothing, etc., etc. But I digress.
Thank you, Dane. We're gonna build on that some more too, y'all. We're gonna definitely build on more of these things. All right, DJ Eddie King.
Yes.
Has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community?
Definitely hurt. Definitely hurt. A lot of times, when Black folks do go to church, they actually feel good. We've actually feel good. Listen, hear and listen to scriptures. But then a lot of times when we see the wrongs that a lot of these pastors are doing, it confuses a lot of us. Like, wait a minute, what's going on? I thought he was this and that, and it confuses us.
Not pastor.
Pastors. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but there's a lot. There's a lot, that's done. A lot of wrong, we've seen it on the news, basically all over the world. And then a lot of time it confuses us, man. And it's like, well, what do we do? Do we go to another church? But then when we do go to another church, sometimes when people read scriptures and they ignore of what is actually really saying and just coming with their opinions. And a lot of times people get mad and upset, man. They just walk. And then you have these images of a white Jesus inside the churches, but then when you actually read the scripture, it doesn't match up with the scriptures. It doesn't match up with it's saying, with it's with the picture.
I feel you. Time's up, bro. Time's up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Was you there?
Right. All right, Marcus. I'm gonna answer the question myself. Has Christianity done more to specifically? Okay, let me read it. I'm trying to customize it. That's not working. Has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the Black community? I'm gonna say it's done more to depends on the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, so specifically the Black community. When I look around, I feel like they don't do much to help. So I would say definitely hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because people be believing and they be thinking that these people really gonna be there for them or whatever. And man, I've seen it with my own family members. They'll be going to church all day. You know what I'm saying? Morning, noon, and night. But as soon as they get sick, man, ain't nobody there to help them. And when they need the help, the only thing they'll send them, you know what they'll send them? They'll send them a bouquet of flowers. You know what I'm saying? That's all they'll send them. They won't send them no real money. They won't send them anything. These people be donating for these churches for years, for decades, and they don't really do nothing to help them. So I think it's done more to hurt, man, specifically. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So definitely watch where y'all going and watch where y'all go to worship, for real, especially if you're in the black community. M3, I don't know if you're still there, bro. Hopefully you are.
Yeah.
So
What's
has
up?
society, has Christianity done more to help or hurt society, specifically the black community?
Yeah, I know the question. Unfortunately, like it really damaged the community because church is supposed to be about the communities, and so when you're representing, you know, the scriptures, representing God, and yet you don't live by it, you do confuse the community. You don't confuse one person, you're confusing their entire community. And right now, I think as an example of what happened like in 2020, it really exposed like a lot of the failure of Christianity and just how like these communities are starting to like drift away. Because now you're starting to see like, man, you know, things that I've been taught, you know, I don't really need to follow them because nobody else is going to follow it. So why should I?
Got you, bro. Got you. Let me get to the chats real quick. Chatland, we see you. We ain't ignoring you. Let me just get to y'all real quick so I can acknowledge y'all chats. Okay, let me go down. Let me give a shout out to certain people. Just a splash. AK Lady Sophia says, you have to know the whole Bible. It's better to know that than not know. Satan may have known the Bible, but if you don't know it, shame on you. Flawless victory. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Killer says, hey, everyone. Hey, Mr. Killer.
Hey, Tequila, hey.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? You know, she says hi to Lady Sophia. You know what I mean? Daryl says hi to her. Says hello back to Daryl. Okay. Lady Sophia also says, Christianity has helped if you have the mentality to see that. Color is not depicted in the Bible. Opinions about the Bible is spoken more than the Bible itself. Whew, true.
True. That's the truth right there. Yes.
That's definitely true. I mean, people shouting each other out.
Can you repeat that, please?
I definitely can. She says Christianity has helped if you have the mentality to see that. Color is not depicted in the Bible. Opinions about the Bible is spoken more than the Bible itself.
Okay, who said true? You said true?
Yeah, I said true. Yeah.
Where do you get that color's not in the Bible?
No, I'm talking about the opinions part. I'm not talking about the color part. I'm talking about the opinions part.
Okay, so
No,
he's
talking about. He's talking
Are
about.
you saying true that there's no color in the Bible?
No.
Wait.
The last part, where she says people.
That's not what I'm saying.
She says the Bible spoken. The Bible spoken more than people's opinions are spoken more about the Bible than the Bible itself. So yeah,
no doubt.
And she says exactly the elders, deacons, and pastors want jets and Bentleys, but the religion itself helped if you invest in reading the Bible. Yep.
Hey, Bolo, I feel like color does matter.
Thoughts and prayers.
And they want it.
I really believe.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. BZ said, unfortunately, too many churches are rackets and political tools. Yep.
Yeah, they want it at the expense of the black community.
Everybody, hold on. I'm almost done. So, oh wow, I believe it depends on individual. Also, everyone aren't cheerful givers. That's true. And then she says exactly the BZ that do. But before we continue, I gotta let my guest in. All right. You know what I mean? You just gonna open the door. I already know how you do. Let me just let the bro in, man. You made up the Brody. Daryl Long, what's up, bro?
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm all right, man. Sorry about the door, man. Somebody beat on the door and kicked it, and I got to fix it again. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, the door be getting beat up like crazy, bro.
Yeah,
like
man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. Let me go to. I gotta go to the questions. I'm sorry, man. I got BZ was laying down some crazy questions, man. So
he said, unfortunately, too many churches are rockets and political tools.
Okay, so his second question was this, right? But first, before we get to the second question, I'm gonna ask Daryl real quick. So D, man, why do you think society hates, Christians? Why do you think the world hates Christians, man?
For me, I was gonna come up to say this. We act like again, we act like we don't live in a society that's full of classes based on um back in the day they would say race and economics, but now the terminology is socioeconomics. And the black church give money to every single bank that does not fund black education and black businesses, but instead these banks they fund everything else that basically brings black people down, from private institutions like the the prison pipeline. I mean, they fund everything. So I really wanted to really talk about that more than anything else, because that was
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that um despite the, like, let's say the spiritual part, you really need resources and money to do anything in the world to have any real impact and change. And
Mm.
you know, for those people to ignore that, but at the same time, we tithe and we offer, but that money don't come back to the ghetto. It's low key kind of messed up.
Yeah, I gotta let my guest in. You know, what I mean, she's definitely not in a relationship family, and she's definitely the first lady of the stream. Gotta bring in. Let me open the door for her. Let me be polite. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna let you in. I'm sorry. Let me let in First Lady Tammy. Tammy, what's going on?
What's going on, you guys?
Hey, Tammy.
I'm so tired. You have no idea. Like I just woke up. Otherwise, I'd have been here earlier. So
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, Tammy, I
yeah.
got a question before we keep getting into the questions. In Chatland, I'm gonna get to y'all after Tammy shares. I'm gonna get to y'all statements, and I'm gonna move on to the other question. So, Tammy, why does the world hate Christians? Why do they hate Christians? Or just Christianity period? Why do they hate Christians?
Um, I would say that people hate things they don't understand
Okay.
and things they don't want to understand. So
Okay.
I feel that could be part of it. I feel like at some point maybe they had a bad interaction with somebody who was Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they had a bad interaction with at a particular church, and so that kind of twisted their mind to feel the way that they do. Um, and some people are just not open to hear anything that's against whatever they think is right. So if somebody's saying something that's against whatever you think, um, you're not going to want to hear it, and you're going to hate it. So I think it's more about when you don't understand something, you don't like it, you hate it. When you don't want to understand it, you hate it. And then based on whatever you've been through, that kind of forms your opinion about somebody or something. So yeah, whatever they've gone through definitely has caused them to feel a certain kind of way. And the problem with that is what happens is it leaves you very closed-minded and not wanting to hear anything else that has to do with that because of whatever you went through. So
You know what I mean? Definitely. Thanks for sharing that, Tammy. And then we're gonna get into the questions as well. And then once I get into questions, then we can just keep building on topic because there's things I just want to say that that I'm gonna build upon, and I want us to build upon it as a group. You know what I mean? Lady Sophia said, DJ Eddie King, I will use super glue, but it's okay on the hinges. She says hello to First Lady Tammy. Daryl Long says, shake my head, we have some petty people in this world and liars. That's true. Many of them fall beneath this religion. Word. That is true, brother. That is true.
Yeah.
All right, for the second question, right? You know what I mean? Be easy as is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims? Ooh, damn.
Woo!
Okay. We about to really get into this, man. Shit. So Daryl, man,
Easy,
you're
man.
you're
are
first.
the man.
Is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
I'm not really sure why there would be a middle ground. But if we talking about just the black community,
Mm-hmm.
then absolutely. The middle ground is survival.
Mm.
The black Muslims in this country have it just as bad as the black Christians. And the middle ground is survival. It's the survival of our race, the survival of our families. That used to be the middle ground, a political understanding. But now I'm not sure if there's any middle grounds between black Muslims and black Christians.
Mm. Okay. All right. Bolo TV. Is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
It should be truth.
Mm.
It has to be truth. You know, we all can't be right. Somebody got to be wrong, and that's what we should leave it. You know, doing the knowledge on both. You know, there's a respect, a common respect that we should have for one another. But everyone can't be right. There's over 350,000 religions on this planet. All of them can't be right. Do all of them have some truth? Absolutely. But one has everything, and everything has pieces and bits of it. So the first thing we'd have to do is find out what that truth is to gain that common understanding, that common ground for us to move on and continue to walk. Because one thing, you see how conversations happen on this channel, right? One thing can change the whole trajectory of everyone agreeing or disagreeing. So, yeah,
Definitely,
the truth should be the common ground.
All right. Thank you, Bolo. Thank you. Von Eric, is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
I'm have to piggyback off of Bolo. I do believe if a Christian and a Muslim is able to come together and be equally yoked in the truth, yes, it could be common ground. If they cannot, then they would do what Long said. They won't be able to see each other and know each other due to how they see and how they interpret the truth. But if they're able to come together equally yoked within the truth, yes.
Thank you for sharing that. First Lady Tammy, is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
Is there a middle ground? I think there can be, but you know, communication is a big thing and understanding is another big thing. And until those two things come into play, there won't be. So, you know, because each one believes that what they believe is right. So you have to take time to understand each other, want to listen, and that's part of the problem. Is that, you know, most of us, we talk more than we listen, and you know, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, which probably means we're supposed to listen more than we talk. So I think that communication, understanding are things that need to be in place in order for something like that to happen.
Okay. DJ Eddie King, is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
I agree with Vaughn was saying and Bolo, but this is how I look at it. You have 1.6 billion Christians on the planet. You have 2-point-something billion Muslims on the planet, and only 144,000 getting into the kingdom. Even if there is more, there's still not more than 20 million people that's getting into the kingdom. So somebody got to be right and somebody got to be wrong. I'm gonna say it like that. Keep it like that.
Damn. Okay, I love that. That's what's up. Is there a middle ground between Christians and Muslims? Man, I don't know. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I just know this, man. The people that's just overly religious, man, it's just crazy to me, man. It's crazy to me. And the thing that they can't see is a lot of times they think that everybody else is the problem, but no, you're the problem. You're the problem. You are the problem. You're reading all these scriptures and books and Qurans and everything else, and your attitude still sucks. Nothing changes in your life. You still suck in a lot of different areas, and you think everybody's the problem, and it's you. You are the problem. People ain't bad. People ain't negative and evil. It's you. You are the problem. You. I do my Bobby Brown real quick. You are the problem. You. Religious bastard. Now, and 3, is there middle ground?
You.
Christians and Muslims. Yeah. Oh man, they be the problem. They don't even know they be the problem. Right. Is there middle ground between Christians and Muslims?
Yeah, you know, they're both following a religion. You know, they're going through blind faith, and by the end of it, you're really worshiping like one God. but you just worshiping like in your own type of style. So I think as long as people see that look, what are we fighting for? We're doing the same. We're trying to get closer to God. I think that's what really matters. Instead of fighting and trying to have this religious war. But other than that, salutes to Daryl Long and First Lady Tammy.
Definitely.
Salute.
So chat lane, I'm gonna get to y'all comments real quick because I see y'all up in here. All right. Ray Sophia says, I really want to quote some things my father taught me, but he's not here. That's forbidden for me to say. Okay. She also says, I will just say to look at what you already see in both religions. Nothing in common. All right. Okay. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bola, for coming up. Appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got one last question by Be Easy. You know what I mean? Then we can just build on something else. You know what I mean? K. Marion gives a shout out again. You know what I mean? Good to see you, K. Marion. You know what I mean? Our last question from Be Easy is, he says, should all religion ideals be taught and embraced in school or just God Christianity? All right, so Von Eric, should all religions ideas be taught and embraced in school or just God and Christianity?
You said should all, say it again, should all religion?
It says
Should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school or just God and Christianity?
I think all. That's my answer. I believe all.
Why do you believe all?
Okay. I believe all because you have different cultures, different people's belief, interpretation. So I believe all, and I believe and I believe God is in all. So why shouldn't they all be in the class and learn from one another and come together, even though there may be differences in interpretation? The reason why you have got that interpretation because of the spirit that's in you. And I believe if your foundation stands on the truth, which truth can be expounded in many ways and looked at many ways, I do believe they can come together as one. And if it doesn't, I still love the brother, or the brother still loves me. So I think all of them should be taught in school.
Okay, First Lady Tammy, should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school or just God and Christianity?
Well, technically, they are taught in school. That's why you go to a specific school that is based on your religion. Like they have schools that do that. If we're talking, should they be taught at the same school? I don't know if I don't know if I think that would be the best idea. Just because there's so many different ones. So the next question would be, how many would you choose to have taught at your school? That would be the first question. And then, I mean, which one is the right one? Nobody knows which one is the right one. So you're just choosing which one. You're choosing all these different ones to have all this conflict, because that's why they don't agree, is because they have so many differences. So I don't necessarily think that would be a good idea. I think just without Christianity is perfectly fine. And I'm a teacher, so.
DJ Eddie, should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school or just God and Christianity?
Yes, all should be taught. All should be taught. Yes, sir. I'm just gonna keep it short and simple. Yes.
Thank you. I also would say yes, they should all be taught. All right, because to be honest, none of y'all motherfuckers know everything. All right, y'all just know what y'all think y'all know, or what somebody else has taught you, but you don't know everything. And so because you don't know everything should be taught to you. And remember, everything that's taught to you is something that somebody else gave you. Always remember that. You know what I mean? So even down to the T-shirt that you wear in your back, everything has been given to you by somebody else. So that means somebody else's hand has been on it. So if somebody else has tampered, was already or it's already been filtered through, you know what I mean? And it's controlled by a system that don't want you to know everything to begin with. You think they're gonna tell you the full truth? Hell no.
Nope.
So that's why you need to do your research, travel if you have to, And DJ Eddie has always talked about, y'all need to travel, especially to Africa. You need to
Yes.
travel back to the
Go
original.
to Africa.
The origin. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Go back. Y'all
Yes.
can really know what y'all talking about, because y'all don't be knowing what y'all talking about. Y'all think y'all do, but y'all know shit. Now, and 3, should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school, or just guiding Christianity?
Wait, say that again.
Should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in
Somebody-
school, or just guiding Christianity? But I got somebody at the
Somebody at
door.
the door, man.
Oh, I got somebody at the door.
Let me look out the window. Let me see who it is.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, snap!
This dude is aggressive. You see how he knocking on the door? He aggressive.
Yeah.
All right,
It's that
all
guy,
right,
man.
come on in, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Real Estate, what's up, baby? Come on in, man.
Yo, how's it going, fellas?
How you doing?
What's
man?
good? What's good? What's good, Mr. Real Estate? What up?
Hey,
You know,
I'm
we got
taking a
MRE in
break
the
from
building.
streaming. I finally caught y'all on the live. I had to stop by and say, hey.
What's good? What's good?
What's good? What's good?
Hey,
So,
so,
all right, so
I am tuning in late, so y'all will have to fill me in. What's the topic?
So the
of discussion?
topic is, and we want you to give your honest opinion, man. Be brutally honest with you. Don't have a problem doing. We know you don't. Reasons why the world hates Christians. Why they hate Christians?
Why the world hates Christians? Damn. Well, if you take it on a macro level on the world's two biggest religions are Christianity and I'm about to say Muslim, but that's not the name of
Islam.
it, right? Islam. There you go. My bad. I'm terrible.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Islam and Christianity, two biggest religions. So, I mean, if the other biggest religion is your op, then I can see how that controls the narrative. And if the rest of the people who aren't your op are non-denominational or are agnostic or are atheists, then they're gonna not see you in a positive light, right?
Okay, now second question. Should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school, or just guiding Christianity? You got 1 minute.
I think it's the same thing as the LGBTQ thing. I think that it should possibly be taught in school, but if so, it should be at a higher grade level than they're trying to introduce it to children now.
Okay. And 3, man, should all religious ideals be taught and embraced in school, or just guiding Christianity?
I think like the same, in other countries, I'm for sure like they was taught like in school the fundamentals of different languages and probably the fundamentals of different religions. I think that in America, I mean, this is not going to happen because we're lazy, but I think we should have been taught different religions and languages along with it too, so we could understand the background and history of it. But here's the problem. Anytime when a school is trying to teach us something, they will always butcher it. The same way how they butcher history, and they tell you all these fairy tale lies about Christopher Columbus and all that bullshit. The same thing, they're going to do the same thing for religion. So, in other words, it's a yes and a no. A yes that, like, if they was really going to teach you the fundamentals, but America, no.
Thank you, and 3. Thank you. Let me take this question down.
Thank you, 3.
The easy thing for them dope questions, bro. For some dope ass questions, we appreciate it. All right. Let me get to the chats real quick, and then we're just gonna build on, our points or whatever we want to build on from this topic, or whatever we got to say. 'Cause I know we're about to close up pretty soon. You know what I mean? Unless y'all building on something else. So, we got. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got Be Easy. That dude. He says, "Bingo. Someone has to be wrong." True. Lady Sophia says, "In college, I believe different religions are offered for classes." Word. Be Easy also says, "Seek and find the truth. That's a great equalizer and community to unite with." Yep. He also says, "Brothers in truth." She says, "Schools to try to understand shooters before being decent enough to allow various different religions there." Word. That's true. That is true. Anybody got anything they want to build upon or say based on this topic or anything else? Y'all can go right on ahead. Yes, no?
Oh, what was that?
Real quick, I'm typing. I'll be with you on just a sec. My bad.
No, I was like, right now it's free flowing, so y'all can just share whatever y'all want.
Okay. Ron?
Yeah, I'm here.
Any questions you got, my brother?
Yeah. Even instead of us, instead of people, we hear Christianity, we hear all these different religions. Do you think that instead of saying, oh, I'm a Christian or I'm an Islam or I'm this, I'm that, can you just look in all the religion, bring it to you, put it together, use it, and teach others?
Yes. That's what I've been trying to tell you for a minute. Connect all the dots. All right? We all got a piece of the puzzle. Why y'all trying to separate the puzzle? Y'all just need to put the shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we see that beautiful flash screen that MRE got right now in his view, right?
Business lounge.
Now,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Now, if I have half of that screen, can I watch the whole game? No, it's only half of the screen. I need the whole goddamn screen.
Right.
Y'all walking around here with half of the screen, telling me y'all got a whole screen. You don't have the whole screen. Nigga, can you give me the other half? But y'all out here thinking that y'all got the whole map and y'all got part of the map. Y'all got a piece of the map.
I got
a piece.
something to say real quick.
Go ahead, Tammy.
So they wouldn't do anything that would cause unity. Why would they do something? Why would they want to do something that causes unity? It's all about division. So they're not going to do something that could potentially unite a bunch of people. Because anytime people try to do something to unite people, someone tries to destroy it. So they're not going to do anything that might unite people on an epic scale. So if they each have a different piece of the puzzle, I mean, I feel like there's a reason for everything. I don't believe in coincidences. So there's all these different religions. I mean, there's a reason why. But I do think that division has a lot to do with it, because unity is something that not a lot of people are ready for and not a lot of people want. So something that's going to cause unity for people to come together, they're not going to be okay with that. And anybody that tries to do that, they're going to try to stop it. So unity is a nice thought. Unity is a great thought, but I mean, the reality is a lot of people are not mature enough to even be ready for that. And that's the sad part about it.
When you say they,
Vaughn, before you respond, Vaughn, hold on. Vaughn, before you respond, hold on, Timmy, hold on. Eddie, drive real quick, bro. Take over real quick. I know M3 feeling well, so drive real quick.
Yeah.
Because I'm grabbing my food, so drive real quick, bro.
Okay.
I mean, the reality is that when I say they, I'm just saying anybody who's not okay with unity, because I mean, I don't know specific people, of course, but unity is, I mean, it's a big thing. Even if, let's not even talk about the religious thing. Let's talk about race. And people that try to unite things, that doesn't last very long. So if we say that every different religion has a piece of the puzzle, I mean, that sounds like that could be a valid thing to say, that they each have a piece of the puzzle and there's things that we can connect the dots. But that's the thing. I mean, let's even from a educational perspective, we're connecting the dots about history, and they're trying to put a stop to that. They got an issue with teaching kids about critical race theory.
Right.
So you have to look at things that the unity that we want is something that's not easily attained. I mean, it's nice to have, and it's nice to have that desire, but in order to have that, there have to be people that want that. And the reality is that a lot of people don't want it. People that say they want it may not necessarily really want it, and they're only saying it because it sounds like something good to say. It sounds good to say I want unity, rather than actually doing it. Because the reality is that to want something, and there's not enough people putting those steps together to make that happen, means there's a disconnect even in that.
Well, I see that what you're saying as far as people, they may say unity, but do they actually want to unify? And if they do, as time go on, they fade away from the unity and start putting their personal agenda and their differences in. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if a person's do you believe if a person's foundation and rock hard as far as in unity, that they can, even though they may see the difference in other things, they can still unify with the differences to bring the unity stronger together, even though they may have differences in one another.
They can try. They can try. Because I mean, I think it's possible. So what I'm saying is not to say that I don't think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible. But you have to look at the things that we've tried to be unified about. And so it's like they always say, when you're taking 2 steps forward, you're taking 10 steps back.
Right.
So that's what I would say is that unity is nice. It's a very great thing. And when that happens, it can be amazing and do amazing things. But the reality is that there's a lot of people that do not want that unity. And there's a lot of people that say they want it, but they don't. So it'd be nice if, the ones that have a strong foundation were able to do that. But the question is there enough? And,
right.
And that's the thing is that, people do even some people with a solid foundation may have an agenda behind it, and it may not always be the best one. So I mean, I think unity is great. I definitely think it's something that needs to happen. But sadly, like I said, when we look at things that we've tried to build this unity, it just doesn't seem to go the way that we'd like it to go, and that's the sad part about it. So I mean.
But do you think that, like the example that you gave with the critical race theory, is it anything, like you said, anything in critical race theory, even though it's divided, y'all have divided into that, is there anything in there that can be unified? Because if a person's foundation is in unity, they should be able to find unity within anything.
Like something in common?
Right. So is it anything in critical that you see that can unify or no?
I mean, I need to really look in depth at it. I mean, and I'm pretty sure there is, because that's the thing is I feel like unity is built from there being something that can cause unity. That's the whole reason why you could say that less unified, because there's something that you can see that definitely can cause that. But like I said, there's
I see the critical race theory. I know the foundation of it, and when they always bring up Karl Marx and the communist thing. So I see the foundation and some of the studies they did that they said where it came from. But do you see that, like you said, it's not unified, and it seems like this is what I'm saying. You can correct me if I'm wrong. My ignorance is all. That they taking critical race theory and making it a personal agenda, and a lot of it has to do with race, I guess. You would know that more than I do.
Hold on, Tammy. Before you respond, I want to give a shout out to the homie Wally. Wally, what's good, baby? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I mean? Welcome back, OG Patrice. You know what I mean?
Patrice. Hey, Tammy Tam. OG Patrice, I missed you. Where you been, OG Patrice? I've been chillaxing. OG Patrice. Is that Mr. Real Estate?
Hey. How you doing?
I'm good. I like that office, man.
Oh, thank you. It's my new office setup. I just got this lease like a month or so ago.
It's nice, man.
Hey, it still ain't as nice as them backgrounds M3 be coming with. Shit, he be in a penthouse, he be in an office, he'll be on the moon. Shit.
Hey, Con Eric, can you please repeat the question to OG Patrice?
Oh, to Patrice or first like
OG Patrice.
And which one? The one I was just on, or the
before? Yeah, the first time when I asked you the question, when I asked you, did you have any questions?
Oh, do as far as in different religion, the unity?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you feel that even though we may divide it in religion, that we can take anything in our religion, bring it together as one, and use it to uplift the community instead of letting the religion divide us due to different laws, interpretation, and people think what they feel is religion or how they feel they should represent God. Do you feel as though unified by looking at each and one of them, taking it, putting it together, and use it to uplift us?
Okay, wait, that's a lot. So let me hold on. Let me try to break that down. Okay, so say the first part of you saying, do I think that religion should divide the Black community?
No, I'm saying even though we have different religions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different religions that divide us all. Do
Right.
you believe that we can go into each one of them, bring out something in there, bring it together as one, unified together, and then use it to uplift the community?
Personally, no, because I think that if that could have happened, it would have already been done and accomplished. The part is that Black people are so divided on so many other things, even other than religion. We don't have no unity because number one, we don't have a code. So we don't have a code that we keep, that regardless what religion, what background, what ethnicity, what sex, what orientation, we don't have a code as to say, hey, we still have to have a unity as one people, even though we have different opinions, different views, different religions. So nah, Black people are too divided for that. And we're the type of people to say, if you don't rock with my program, then I'm not gonna rock with your program. So that keeps the division instead of saying, okay, I don't necessarily, agree or support what you're doing, what you're standing for, what you're doing. But long as it's not hurting our people, I could support that. I don't necessarily have to agree with it, but if it's for the upliftment of our people, I'll support that, even though I'm separate over here from something else. And that's the thing about us. We can't do that, and other races can do that. Other races of people have done that for many, many years. Black people are the only ones that can't do it, unfortunately.
So you think, so are you saying since slavery all the way up to now, Blacks has been through too much and so much scarred that it's hard for them to unify due to their emotions, due to what they went through since slavery?
Yeah, partially because a lot of people still suffer from post-traumatic slave disorder. And it's something that has been generationally passed down. Like I said, we went from time of slavery, from the time of Reconstruction, Jim Crow, civil rights, all these different movements that Black people have went through. We've got no help for it. There was no mental health checkups, no counseling, no therapy after slavery, after Jim Crow, after the civil rights movement, after Reconstruction, after none of that. Our race of people have had none of that. So and listen, I don't know if the Willie Lynch letter is true or not. Some people say it is, some people not. But what's in the letter is absolutely true, because the most things that they have did was divided us through conditioning of the mind, right? From colorism, Black, the darker your skin, the worse you are, the lighter you better. And all of this has divided us. We're divided in our own race of people just on colorism alone, not to even talk about religion, not to even talk about other things when it comes to that as well. So the great divide and conquer is what has happened to our people, and that is what has perpetuated and been a detriment to our community ever since over 400 years ago. Divide and conquer, and it's working. Unfortunately, it's working.
Okay, I just want to say, BK apologist. I'm glad you're here, brother. Welcome to the show, man.
Yeah,
Brooklyn in the building, baby. Brooklyn in the building.
All day, every day. You already know. You already know.
Yes, sir.
M3, I got a quick question for you. Do you stream on Fridays?
We stream Fridays, but we stream from Intellectual Soapbox. We stream from my channel on Fridays at times. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't know if you guys stream on Fridays. I got you. So the other channel you said is called Intellectual Soapbox?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
let me make sure to go subscribe right now. Yeah, I was trying to figure it out because Because yeah, on Fridays I'm trying to do kind of like a more longer form talk show where I just kind of let the time run. I mean, last Friday we went to 12 hours, and I'm like M3 and Mr. Best in the World. Not to diss anybody else, but those two off the top of my head are such conversationalists, and I don't get the chance to join y'all panels as much as I wish I could. So it's like I wonder what they be doing on Fridays. But you said that was intellectual chatter, or was that soapbox or
Intellectual soapbox.
soapbox?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
right
I
here.
got you.
Oh.
That's just
Oh
thank
wait,
you,
no.
Daryl Long. There's the
So,
link
so
right there. For
I'm
you.
already subscribed. My issue is my dumbass didn't select all on the notification bell. So my fault. I got you.
Yeah, you good.
Thank you, Darrell. I mean,
gotta hit that bell.
Daryl Long. It's not, yeah, one L.
Wait, so what I was gonna say, Mr. Real Estate. So then, what time do you normally stream? 'Cause I think you stream every day, right?
Yeah, I'm supposed to take the weekends off, but yeah, I basically do like 4 to 6 hours of streaming every day. And then on Fridays it's 17 hours. So
Wilson Forever, welcome to the chat. Well, thank you, sir, for joining the chat.
That sounds
Go
like a
ahead.
kid from our blog. Let me see. Hold on. 90% of the church folks are phony, and he turn others against each other. It's politics and everything, I guess.
Wilson Forever. Okay.
Okay.
Sound like somebody from our blog, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
I can kind of agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
We got a question from Be Easy, and I'm gonna go to BK for this. He says, "How do you reprogram someone who has been indoctrinated by a disingenuous religious zealot?" So I'm gonna go to BK for that one. BK, what do you think, bro?
Well,
shout out to BK. I can't see him.
It's good. It's good. First, does the individual know that they've been indoctrinated by a disingenuous zealot? Because if they're not aware that that's what's happening to them, they're not going to change. So that's the first thing you have to see. Do they see? Are they aware of that? Because if not, they're not going to hear you, and they're going to see you as the ops. They're going to see you as the enemy. So unfortunately, you have to figure out what they got to figure out, that they see what you see now. Once that happens, then you can have those conversations, and most of those conversations should be one-sided. It should be them talking to you about their experience and what they're going through, because a lot of times then they don't have a place where they can do that. So you have to be 2 ears wide open and just listen and let it get these things out of the system. And then once you have that data of the experience, then you can ask more specific questions to help them. And if you're not equipped to fully help them, find a program or another individual who's better equipped to help them to get out of that situation. So that's my answer.
All right, Mr. Best, give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
All right, bro. All right. Anybody else want to answer that question?
Yeah, I can answer with my limited knowledge on how to break away from cult religious zealots. But yeah, I've covered quite a few cults. Haven't really looked into the other side of it, how to reprogram someone, how to break the chains of psychological programming. But one thing I do know is the first step always seems to be getting them away from the cult, the group, the religious group. They have to get away from that environment. When they're in that environment, there's so many different methods of control that these people inundate them with, whether it's nature boy, hey girl, you can't leave, I got your passport, we're in Costa Rica. Whether it's guilt, Catholic preach, guilt tripping you, hey, your whole family's been in the church, now you want to leave the church. I mean, you have to get out of that environment before you can even take the proper steps to, becoming an expatriate of whatever crazy religious zealot group you were once a part of. Unless you think that you can do it all while still being there.
I would agree with that sentiment as well, because being out of the environment, definitely you won't have the influence, right? There's a young lady that has a YouTube channel. She was a part of the Hebrew Israelite cult for many, many years, and she was talked about her experience being caught up with that. And the evil thing about it is, and what I say about the hypocrisy is when you want to walk away, and and you start to pull back, and once you walk away, a lot of times they lie on you, they bad mouth you, they put false narratives out there about you, they dragged her, they literally tried to destroy her life, all because she left them and started, getting reprogrammed or unprogrammed from being in a Hebrew Israelite cult. And she has a channel called what's the name? I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, she talked about her experience with being in a cult and what it took for her to get out, and how they dogged and dragged her, and told a bunch of lies on her and things of that nature. So, and a lot of times that happens when you leave the cult. Look at Lisa Rinna, the one that did the show, the actress, the King of Queens, when she left Scientology. They tried to lie, drag her and lie on her when she exposed them. She exposed Scientology. I watched that whole documentary she did on Scientology and talked about, she grew up in it. And it's crazy of you could be in that stuff for years and years and years. And when you finally start, the light bulb goes off and you want to get away, then they want to drag you and dog you and lie on you and, blame you, all just because you want to leave. So I agree with the sentiment that Mr. Real Estate was saying. You got to get completely away from them and out of a different environment. And sometimes it can even be dangerous because they would threaten your life and everything else just because you want to leave.
Anybody else want to build? Anybody else want to build on that?
Yeah, you got to be careful to what organization you start to put yourself into. Like I said from earlier, sometimes people go to church, for a reason, so they can attain that knowledge and how to, I guess, follow the Bible based off the teachings. But after that, I feel like the way how church is like just structured and leading people astray, you don't want to like get emotionally attached to it. I think the problem is that people, they come to church for good intentions at first, because no one wants to go to hell. Everyone wants to feel like they're doing the right things. But however, after a while, you start falling into the trap of it's a social trap, meaning that you're in a social club and your life is surrounded by people around in your circle. And when people get caught up into that, they push God away. They push the whole purpose away of why you even became like a Christian in the first place. Because now you're too caught up in society's social club, and you don't want to break free. You don't want to break free from that.
Yeah, and I put her channel in the back chat. It's called Tales from the Cult. I just thought about it, but I follow her and listen to some of her stories that she told about being in a cult and when she got away, what she went through. Tales from the Cult.
Yeah, Tales from the Cult is dope. I have reacted to some of her content recently.
You want to say something, Jay?
No. I'm just saying I'm back.
That's the name of the channel. That's crazy.
What you say?
That's the name of the channel. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's literally called Tales from the Cult. Yeah, facts.
Whoa, Tales from the Cult.
Oh, y'all didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I ain't never heard of the channel.
Huh.
Yeah. Her channel's called Tales from the Cult. Yeah, it's a beautiful young black
Yeah.
woman.
There you go. Daryl put it in the chat.
Yeah, she actually live in Las Vegas. But I started following her when I lived there. But yeah.
Oh, you guys talking about Gina Blue? You talking about Gina Blue?
No, that's not her name.
She's not from. She come from IUIC, that Hebrew Israelite group.
I don't know, but that's not her name though.
No. Okay.
You said BK. You said IUIC.
Yeah, IUIC.
IUIC. So that's
her name.
Israel United in Christ. Is that what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you talking about the church? The name of the church? Now that could be. I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought you
All right,
said
no
was
problem.
that her name?
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. That very well could be her. The church. I don't
Yo,
know.
they very militant over there.
Man, let me get to
Am I
the
lying,
chats real
BK?
quick. Let me get to the chats real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me get to him. Let me get to him.
And BK, I got a quick question to ask you too.
Sure.
So B says facts division sells big business. He says unite and conquer. He also said no kids in grade schools being taught CRT. That's true. Daryl Long says black people we little therapy and we love drama. Drama is the main religion of many of our people. Facts. And then BZ says the legal theory only taught in college law school.
Yep.
Lady Sophia says BZ that dude. I was extremely religious from my upbringing. That my God was like it won't be hard for me to transition into Catholicism.
One cult.
Catholicism is a very, very interesting religion. It's very, very interesting. I don't really know all of it, but yeah. Wally says not a chance unless you show the connection between all religions. That'll be the only way. Yet even people that are spirituality, they wouldn't care to deal with that either unless sin. Got you. Thanks for sharing the channel. BD said a lot of what's being described as CRT isn't even CRT. People are using it as a political talking point with no understanding of philosophy whatsoever.
That's facts. That's
Wisdom
facts.
Forever says 90% of church folks are phony and they turn others against each other. There's politics in everything, I guess. Okay. All right. Thank you, Daryl Long. You said be easy that do. She said be easy that do. I can beat Cat Raggedy becoming a Christian. I still look behind my back, but I'm good as a Christian. I have marks to say so. All right. B says we need to unite against the religion of white supremacy. Ooh, that's the most powerful religion and what everyone should be able to identify and rebel against. All right, I feel you. He says we were socially engineered to disrespect and devalue ourselves and one another to much rugged individualism and not enough unifying. Okay. He also says we've done it before and were destroyed by white supremacy, and now most of us have a defeated mindset that just settling for crumbs has been as seen as victory for some, especially the elders. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Just as Pat says, I'll tell anyone to be happy and focus on your mind and spirits. Bullies will make you second guess what you want. Do you? Everyone is different. Daryl Long said YouTube is a cult. YouTube is fame is even worse than the clicks. Be cults, weirdo cults. B says black people are the only ones who don't understand the race game. Everyone understands there's a racial hierarchy. They will consider to whites being at the top. No one challenges that structure. Except FBAs. I don't know who that is.
FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans.
Daryl Long says best thing to do is recognize it for what it is and distance yourself from the lanes in the cult. Many of them are simply weirdos. Facts be easy. Lady Sophia says Israelites are the one who wreaked havoc where Moses couldn't even go to the promised land. Damn. I have to run with positivity. We getting deep in these comments, man. Y'all really building. Okay.
You opened up Pandora's box.
Yeah, I know. Facts Sophia. He also said the thing, so 84 is even though religion in these cults exist and they are an issue, people aren't leaders these days and we have more followers and weirdos with zero solutions. The Catholic Church is the original one. Dang. Oh God. Yo, Chatland, thank you. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Chatland.
Yeah,
M3, go with your question, bro.
All right, so BK. All right, so my question from you, as a warning, it does come from ignorance because I'm not from New York, but I just had to ask this question.
Sure.
I know you talk about this, and I'm thinking it might be a town city, but does the word BK stand for like Bodega King?
No, it stands for Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you mention bodega, right, on your live streams, is it based off of like a city or like an avenue?
Okay.
Or
Well,
something?
all right. So yeah, it is New York. It's slang. In New York, the corner store we call in Spanish it's bodega, but because there's so many Hispanics in New York, it became like the normal word for corner store. So even people who are not Spanish, whites, blacks, everyone in New York calls the corner store the bodega.
Hey, y'all, I gotta get up out of here. Gotta head to the gym, but thanks for having me, gentlemen.
All right, no
No
problem,
problem,
Mr.
Mr.
Real
Real
Estate.
Estate.
Thanks
Thanks
for,
for tuning in.
thanks for showing up, man.
And and the bodega is very similar to the barbershop in a sense that it ends up being a community place, right? Everybody gathers by the bodega to hang out and talk and chop it up. So when I use that term that's the term I use for my little community that I rock with. You know, it's like a virtual bodega where everybody goes to hang out, like the barbershop. You know what I mean? So that's why I use the term, and that's where the term comes from.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sure.
All right. So Daryl Law said the Catholic. Hold on. I can't. Let me see. The Catholic Church is the original one. Huh.
The original one of what?
Let me see. Like the original, religion, or like the standard of religion.
I think talking like cults, I think.
Oh, the Catholic Church is the first cult.
It said the Catholic is another breed. Sophia says another breed. That's all. That's all I'll say. Muslims ain't got ish on them.
Okay. All right, I can see that.
What is going on today, man? Yo, man, we've had some good topics, man, today. Crazy topics, man. Man, it's made my day good, man.
I know, man. This is wonderful, man. Like we're decoding a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about these codes?
Which one?
Like in general?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, how do people what's the right question for me to ask? Like, how does people allow themselves to get caught up in these cults without realizing that it is a cult?
Well, Paul, in one of his letters to Timothy, he says that one day people will not put up with sound doctrine, but will gather among them a great number of teachers to hear what their itching ears want to hear. Right? So meaning that people are not looking for truth anymore. They just want to hear things that satisfy them. So a cult knows that. So if they detect pain or there's something that you're lacking in your life, they're gonna come and appear as if they have that secret knowledge that no one else has that's gonna fulfill you, and it's gonna scratch that itch. That's how they pull you in, right? They find your weakness, they find what you're lacking, and then they promise that if you go with them and do what they do, these things will be given to you. And that's how it works.
And do you think that it's easy for women to be manipulated by these fake
Princess
churches?
K, how you doing? I see you over there.
What's up, Princess K?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I definitely think that it's easy for women, men too, because I think just in general, people are longing for something, and it in the world and longing to want to belong to something. I think that's how a lot of cliques get started, a lot of cults get started, a lot of things get started, and especially in Black communities, because we have a longing to always want something or someone or somebody or some group or something to accept us, right? We want that so bad. We want you to like us. We want to be accepted. We want to be able to join these prestigious groups so that we can look good in other people's eyes. So when we and people like prosperity preachers, poverty pimping preachers, cult preachers, all these people can see that in our culture. And what they do is they cater to the weakness. They tell you, all the things you want to hear about yourself, the things that you may not have confidence in yourself or esteem in yourself, and they lift you up and all of that, and they tell you, and then they sway you. It is literally a brainwashing tactic and they are good at doing it. And men are the best at doing it. That's why most of the cult leaders are men for the most part, because they're better at doing it. They're better at tricking the women. You know, they're better at telling the men about themselves and saying how they could be leaders and how they're going to make them leaders within the cult. But you still have to you know, praise me like I'm a god, because I'm God. Like literally, you got these cult members are saying they are God walking on earth, like literally, and people are wanting to be accepted and to believe something in a narrative so bad that they listen to that. And you can't tell them that it's not a cult. See, people that are in a cult don't think they're in a cult. And that's the thing. They think that their way, and it's like most religions, if you think about it. Most religions, no matter Baptist, Catholic, Episcopal, Muslim, whatever, Hebrew is like, all religions think that their way is the right and only way. But the truth of the matter is there's some truth, some in all religions. So that's why you think it's so many religions and so many different faiths and spiritualities. But the main thing about cults is once they know that they have got the minds of the people, the brainwashing, the conditioning, and Black people are so easy to do that because we've been brainwashed and conditioned for over 400 years. So it's so easy for us to become that way because we still want to belong to something or somebody. So I'm gonna listen to what you got to say, what you got to tell me, what you say is right, the way you take the Bible and twist it and turn it for your own good and righteous way. See, that's not the way. What I'm reading is the way you want to interpret it for me, not the way God says it is. That's the difference in the truth and the lies, is that pastors and deacons and preachers and all these people have a way of taking the word and twisting it and making it only to satisfy their thought, their process, their needs, their laws, their what they want it to be. And that's the problem. That's the whole problem. So, and when you get a people that can literally listen to you and make you drink the Kool-Aid, and I say that loosely.
The Kool-Aid, yes.
When we say make you drink the Kool-Aid, we talking about the Jim Jones ideology. And everybody, I don't know if y'all young enough to remember Jim Jones.
I remember
so when you hear make you drink the Kool-Aid, it is powerful people that become leaders of cults like that people drink the Kool-Aid every day of their life. And I digress.
Woo, hold on. Number one. DJ Eddie King. We are clipping that.
Yes. I am definitely clipping that.
We are clipping that. OG, we clipping that, okay? We love you. We clipping that. You will be featured on an inauguration clip. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You know what I'm
Somebody
saying?
write that down. At 2 hour 40 something minute mark.
Yeah.
2 hour 47 minute mark. Maybe 46 mark. That's when she started cooking.
Gotcha.
46. That's when she started cooking.
246, okay.
Yeah. We got to welcome in Queen Forever 2K. She just completely opened my door and just came in because she has a key to the back.
You know how,
I'm just going to open my door.
You know how Queen is, man. Open it.
It's rude, man. Don't even say anything. Where's the dogs? M3, where the dogs at? No, where my dogs at?
Yeah, they're supposed to be in the front yard.
Sorry, the dog's out sick too, man.
So, Queen, I got a question.
Hey, Queen.
I ate his hush puppies with a corn dog.
Wow. Okay, Queen. So, Queen, why? Queen, a question. Reasons why the world hates Christians. What do you think those reasons are?
Well, we'll just say people, not the world. We'll just say people.
I think she fell asleep again.
What's up, BK?
What up, Queen?
Brooklyn. I love it. I love your accent. Home, baby, home.
Can you answer the question, please?
I think people dislike Christians I think one reason is nobody likes hearing the truth about themselves and the way they're living. I don't think people want to hear that they're doing anything wrong. Everybody wants to believe their own hype, smell their own sauce, and think it tastes good. I think another reason is because of the hypocrisy in the church. So yeah, people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror, and people don't want to hear from a hypocrite. So.
Okay, Lady Sophia, she says, hold on, Queen, hold on. Lady Sophia says, Black people aren't always looking at downfalls. We are really powerful. And we have to just keep going forward. Nothing wrong with seeing positivity at the end of the road. I don't know who was just talking, but whoever was talking, go ahead.
Queen.
What you want, Eddie? Don't start. You close to the baptistry up there in the corner.
What's up, Queen? What's up?
Cheer. I'm done. It's my Friday. I'm like all ticked out. I can't wait to get home. But yeah, so I think that's my biggest thing. I think people don't like seeing themselves, and people don't like, hearing from hypocrites. But I mean, nobody's perfect, and I think what drew me to Christianity was the people that were surrounding me. They were very humble, they were very transparent with what was going on in their lives. They didn't hide it, I didn't get introduced to Christianity with the fake phony rollers, that didn't come till later. But because my foundation was based on humility and transparency, I feel like I was able to carry that and not let the phony people block me from wanting to have a relationship with God. So, yeah. So that's it. That's all. That's all I have to say.
Queen.
Yes.
You remember back in the day, because I know I can remember, going to church as a little girl, being in the choir, singing, going to Bible study, like doing all of that, right? Getting up on Sunday morning and actually really being happy and proud to do that as a young lady that grew up Christian, because my parents were.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like life was better then. It wasn't a care in the world. People loved and cared for each other genuinely, because we had the motherboard and the deaconess and the deacons, and these people literally came to your home. They sat with you. They were there when you were sick. They were in the hospitals. Like, they really were there. Now it's different, because church is very political. The bigger the church is, the bigger the pastor is and the congregation is, the bigger the cliques are gonna be, the bigger the vision is gonna be, the bigger the propaganda is gonna be, and the bigger the political views are gonna be, right? Because now it's about, if you got this much money, you're these people. You get to sit up in the front. You get to have first class VIP because you're giving the most money. I was a part of that when I was married, me and my husband, and we joined this big church, popular church that's a part of the prosperity preachers, clique, and we got to sit up in the front, and I watched how they treat certain people that didn't make a lot of money and things of that nature, and how they, have the $1,000 club and the $500 club. I mean, it was all a showcase, and who dressed the best. It's all became just a farce, just a competition, just a clique, and I'm like, what is really going on? And I'm looking around at the change that I see in the generations of how church is now, and how the prosperity preachers are literally coming on every corner in the Black community and becoming very wealthy, taking the money out of the Black community, not putting it back in said community. and doing anything for their community, but they getting mansions built. They got private jets. They driving Bentleys, and they literally have damn near a church, if you pay attention, on almost every corner in the Black community.
Yeah.
But they are not doing anything for said Black community.
There are some that do. I know of there's a big one in San Francisco, Glide. He has all kind of programs like food banks and soup kitchens and housing and therapy and all kind of stuff.
I would like to see them build senior housing, veteran housing, some mentally ill, facilities, things of that nature.
There's one in Queens too. They have like single parent housing. They have senior housing. Like there are some. You know,
in Brooklyn, they're doing some an entire, like in East New York. This church is building low income housing.
Yeah.
But
So,
funny
I mean,
enough, if I don't mean to cut you wisdom.
No,
Queen,
go ahead, BK.
But funny enough, right? When you look at the history of the church, it's the church that actually invented things like hospice care.
Yeah.
Places for the blind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we actually
Orphanages.
developed the orphanage. You know, the old age home, like places to really, when there was the big plague, it was the Christians that were taking care of people, risking their own lives and getting infected themselves. You know what I mean? So we kind of set the tone and the pace. Now, of course, there's a bunch of churches that don't do any of that, but there are those who still carry on to the tradition of being outward focused and serving their fellow man. So that's all.
Yeah, and I'm not saying all, so let's be clear, because I got to throw that out there, because people think you spend that, when you say that, you're talking about all. I mean some, but I notice, a lot of especially the mega churches, that know that they can do more and don't. I look at like all that money. Remember, guys, not too long ago, all that money they found in the walls of what's that pastor's church? Joel Osteen. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
They found hundreds of thousands of dollars buried in the wall of his church.
I think it was in the bathroom, right? It was in the bathroom.
It was somewhere, but they was getting some work done on the church, plumbing, and they had to dig, knock the walls in, and hundreds of thousands of dollars was found in the wall. So somebody was stealing and stashing money somewhere to come back and get it later, and maybe something happened to that person, unexpectedly, but they couldn't account for it.
And they got it because when it was lost, they got insurance on it due to it was lost. So it was paid for it. So the person who stole it, they come back and get it, because he or she was probably waiting for the insurance company to pay it off, which they did. So I don't know why the person didn't come back and get it, or it might have been
probably forgot about it.
Probably.
Or either the person probably died unexpectedly and never told nobody. Nobody never knew that the person had hid the money there. But it'd be some serious issues going on. There's many people on YouTube channels now. If you could just type in why I left such and such a church, why I left such, and I'm telling you, you will hear some stories that is just unbelievable. And these are mega churches. These are these mega pastors, and a lot of their former members are now exposing them for a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know.
Do you remember when Joel Osteen was on, when he was on the news, and his face, because he wasn't letting people in through that storm? And
yes.
Did you see what the Muslim people was doing? The Muslim
I was stupid him then.
Yeah, they was calling Joel Osteen and said, "Why your church not open?" This was the Muslim temple. Why your church not open? We let your people in our temple. Oh man, that was a big thing. Oh.
Yep. That's why I say it's hypocrisy like that. And but even way back then up until current, and I'm serious, you guys, check out this channel called Dawson Speaks. This man does 95% of his topics and channel is about exposing the church and pastors in the church. It's called Dawson Speaks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I just see he did that thing about the pastor who got caught on video having fellatio and on camera on OnlyFans, something like that. I was like, God.
Yeah, having a male pastor, right. Having intercourse with another male. It was a male prostitute that had a OnlyFans channel.
Yeah. I was like,
like he exposing a lot of the sex trafficking that has happened in the churches, especially a lot of the raping and the molestation that is happening in the churches, a lot of embezzlements from a lot of these pastors. And some of these are popular pastors.
Yeah.
He exposed my love his channel. I watch his channel all the time. Dawson Speaks is his name. And that's predominantly what he does, is talk about the hypocrisy from a lot of these churches and pastors.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. His channel too.
Salutes to Sherelle and Master Duck. Yeah, these mega churches are something else, man. It's like, especially like when they have like the ATMs inside like the mega churches. Like it's crazy.
They want you to always be able to get some cash to put in the basket.
Yeah. Like my thing is like, okay, I don't know like if it's good to be superstructured or not. It's just like, I mean, yeah, it's like the good side is like it's very organized, but then it's like, I don't know. I feel like when it's too organized, it's like, man, like you're treating it like a business. And I mean, maybe for tax purposes and all that, like, yeah, but when you say like, okay, you have the well-dressed one, you have the one that gives out the most money, and I guess the one who gives out the most like gets like front row seats, and I don't know, man, it's ridiculous. That's how you take away from like getting close to Christ, and now it's like you're all about like, well, I'm all about my mega church, and I'm just proud to be in such and such because this mega church is making me feel like a superstar. So,
yeah, I mean, if they feel good at saying, I go to Pastor so-and-so church and, so-and-so church, if it's a big mega pastor, they thinking, oh, okay, well, you go to that popular church, or whatever. So, you must be, a pretty, a pretty VIP, depending on your status. Because they got doctors, they got lawyers, they got principals, they got, from all walks of life, right? And I'm telling you, literally, as a person that was a part of this when I was married, this is what they do. They all in your business as to how much you make a year. And if you married, they combine you and your husband's salary and tell you what you should be giving them, for your tithes and offerings, for your tithing, which is, your 10%. And the more you made, of course, the better you got treated. And then if you want to do the extra thing, you become a part of the VIP club, and you get all the VIP amenities. You get invited to all of the pastor stuff and sit in the front and get treated a certain way. And I was like, wow. And my husband and I, like I said, we was in Illinois at the time, and we went to this mega church, and we was looking at this and just looking at the difference in how they treated just a regular person that worked an everyday job that may have been a maintenance guy, you know, or janitor, him and his wife, as opposed to somebody else that was doctors and lawyers that got the best treatment. They're very cliquish in the church, very cliquish.
Yeah. Let me get to these comments real quick, y'all.
Say this right quick, and then they, you know, you get sick and you tithe for 10, 20, 30 years, and you get sick and need help paying your mortgage. Then they tell you to pray to Jesus. They tell you to go to Jesus, but they go to you when they want your money. But when you need them, they tell you to go to Jesus.
Big time, OG. That's true. Let me recognize some people that just came in. Got to recognize Master Doug Slime. Normie says the Trinity makes no sense. I hear you. You know what I mean? Lady Sophia is giving shout outs to Queen Forever 2K. You're a real one indeed, and I'm glad you have Christ in you. Okay. Master Doug also says, when men say I have Christ in me, that sounds okay. I can't say that.
Skip that.
I don't want any dude. Okay. All right, Master Doug, you got to kind of chill in the comments a little bit, bro. Shout out to Sherelle. We have somebody in the back. Okay, let me bring them up. First time person here. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, they're cool enough to ring the bell. Thank you for ringing the bell. You know what I mean? Let me open the door for them. Let me let in. It's the first time person here. She's great on YouTube. Please follow her YouTube channel. Okay, let me bring in Misunderstood. What's going on, Misunderstood?
How you doing?
What's going on, family?
Nothing much. I'm in bed listening to you.
Definitely. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. So,
No
Misunderstood.
problem.
The topic is reasons why the world hates Christians. What do you think? Some of the reasons why people hate Christians or just Christianity as a whole?
I think anytime you set a higher standard for yourself, then people are gonna hate you and they're gonna judge everything that you do. I think that standing for anything takes a lot of guts, and people. And then sometimes it could be because people look at Christians, and because there's so many people out there that's not practicing what they preach, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth.
Mr. Understood, I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
Are you from the UK?
I'm from California.
Okay. It sounds like you have an accent, but
Yeah, I'm from California. My family's Puerto Rican. Maybe that's why, but
okay, gotcha. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in for the first time. I appreciate you.
oh, thank you for the invite.
Definitely.
Anytime. Do you have if you would like, you could just post like YouTube channel, IG, and then the mods will post it up there, like Intellectual Soapbox or DJ Eddie King.
What do I do? I haven't. Let me look at your chat because I'm using my phone and I kind of suck. Let me look at your chat real fast.
It's all good.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm like, I wanted to show some support for you guys. Are you guys the UK sector?
No, we in California too. We in California based too.
Well,
We in
we're all one big family. What you talking about?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Misunderstood. She has a phenomenal journey, y'all. You know what I mean? When you share it in the chat, right? Share it in the chat, and then what I'll do is that I'll basically put it on our main chat so that everybody can see it. Everybody can subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
That.
You know what I'm saying? She has some dope content. Okay. You know what I mean? She definitely keeps it real. She definitely keeps it 100. And she ain't afraid to have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, she's not afraid to have the conversation.
It gets crazy, but we're loving group. But it gets crazy over there. It can be a little heated, but I let it roll because at the end of it, I feel we can have a conversation and break bread at the end of the day. So check it out.
Okay. Oh, real quick.
Sophia's not blocked.
Yeah, she's not blocked on here.
She's not blocked at all. Did anybody else want to build real quick? It's good to see Sherelle in the comments. I see you. What's going on? You know what I mean? So yeah. Shout out to her. Anybody else want to build on anything? I know y'all was talking, so go ahead and build, y'all.
Okay.
I just comments about the Christianity thing.
No, I just want to say I think overall, it's good. It is a lot of good Christians out there, right? That are doing the work, that are really, trying to change lives and are changing lives and are leading by example. That because that is the thing, right? What it says that Christians supposed to do. They supposed to even be such believers of the word and such believers of Christ and such in the faith of being a Christian that they supposed to even that non-believers supposed to even look and see how the light of God shines in them. That's I'm just paraphrasing, but that's kind of what the Bible says, right? I think it's something like let your light shine right so that others see and know like that God exists, that God is real, that God is in you, that this is real because you live in that life, right? And I think for the most part, there are a lot of Christians out there that are really doing good and doing the work and living the life and leading by example. But I think on the other hand, there's many, like I said earlier, that are very lukewarm, that God is going to be very, very angry with. I per se don't practice Christianity anymore because I saw a lot of the hypocrisy growing up in the church. I saw some horrible things that happened to friends of mine in the church. I got a girlfriend that'll never be the same anymore. She doesn't trust pastors and deacons because they were the ones that that molested her almost her whole life, going through school, through church, and now she has been fighting her drug addiction for so long, on and off, and now she's in a downward spiral so bad now, and she lives in Chicago. She's in a downward spiral so bad that I don't think she can come back from this, and it's all because of what happened to her, in the church. And a lot of people feel that way about Christianity too, is because of the church hurt that they have, what a lot of people like to call a church hurt. But it's not the church that's hurting them, it's the people in the church, right? Like what they do. These are people that are pastors, deacons, or whatever, claim to be professed Christians, living upright, living godly and all this and that, and they do some of the most horrific things that there is to other human beings. So when I saw so much of that happening and how the church have destroyed a lot of Black families and the Black communities, and the reason why a lot of Black men have left the church, and how a lot of Black women have catered more to the pastors than their own husbands and things like that. I saw, just looking at even now in the Black community, the church has pretty much failed us. Not all, some. I'm gonna be clear. Not all, some. But it's just the truth of the matter. If you look at it as a whole, has it done more harm? It has made us very docile, that turn the other cheek stuff. Like you maybe might get away with slapping me once, but you ain't gonna keep slapping me and think I'm gonna turn the other cheek every time for you to keep slapping me. I got a problem with that. I'm just saying. I got a problem. I'm just saying. I got a problem with that.
Don't smack OG on nowhere, all right?
You might get away with it one time, but God dog it. See, and that's the thing for me about Christianity. They have watered down the Black community, that saying that we supposed to take so much and say, well, Lord, listen, we can't keep praying every dang on thing away. I'm not saying pray work. I'm not saying not to pray, but listen, praying on everything just ain't gonna get it. I'm sorry. Because where has it gotten us saying, Lord, well, girl, just pray about it. Pray away. Pray. I hear that so much. And listen, I pray. I'm about praying. I believe in God. I believe in the high power. But listen, there's some things that you just got to do yourself and take care of yourself, because praying ain't going to help. Because you, like DL said, you could pray to God. Trust me, he heard you the first time. You got some people still praying for the same things they've been praying for 10 years. God heard you the first time you said it. My goodness. Either he don't want you to have it, or he done already gave you the answer and you just don't accept the answer. Real talk.
OG,
This is
cooking,
so crazy.
We are clipping all that home misunderstood. I just want to
definitely clip
flowers. Want to give you your flowers real quick. We definitely clipping that. Listen, everybody, follow Misunderstood on her YouTube journey. Okay, there goes the link right there. Everybody, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, please follow her on her journey. Okay, it's in the link. Y'all can click it. And y'all can follow it.
I just subscribed to you, Misunderstood. Just now.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
so Master Doug says real quick before you say anything misunderstood. He says before Black Americans had rights, white Christians didn't practice turn the other cheek. That's true. And he said God heard you the first time and said you on your own. So Misunderstood. Go ahead, sister.
I can't believe I'm actually laughing. That was actually funny. I'm sorry, though.
That was funny.
Oh
Go
my
ahead, sister. I'm
God.
sorry.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. It's because okay, so another story for another day. But I think it was OG Patrice was saying before
Mhm.
the one she's
Mhm.
talking. So those of you that know my story, that's along my lines, like how through a church I was introduced to this. It's like I was in like a, I'm not trying to get too deep right here, but in like a trafficking situation that it wasn't the church, but it was within the church. And then from there, I was introduced to drugs, and life has been, pretty tough. That's what my channel. Well, that's what we talk about over there. So it's just crazy that you guys had said that, because I'm like, oh my God, that lady that she's talking about, like, hey, that's my story. And I tell people that what I'm saying over there just sounds like wow, but it's really common. I'm just telling people what I went through. And so when people talk about, misunderstood and drugs and all of that stuff, I talk about like how as a child I was in this church environment, and the pastor, her son was the one that had trafficked me and my cousin within the church. So
oh wow.
And from there we were introduced to, I don't know about my cousin, but I was introduced to drugs about the age of like 11 or 12, something like that, for the first time. And then as an adult, I picked up the habit later and struggled ever since. So it was just like when you were talking, I'm just like, oh my God, it's like I tell people it's common, but to hear somebody else say it, it's just like I was just sitting here like, finally, I'm saying it's common, and it happens in churches, unfortunately.
Misunderstood. As you've been going on your journey, right? Because I've definitely seen that, and I've definitely seen that on your Instagram too. How you shared about these things. Where are you at now in your experience, and where you at now with everything that's going on? If you don't mind sharing.
I'm doing all right. Like I had 100 and something days clean. I think I was at 180. Then I had a relapse, and so I had to start over. But I told people, even though I'm starting over, I still had all those days clean in there. That was just the longest stretch that I've had. Now I'm starting again, so it's just been a struggle.
Man, thank you for sharing your struggle, and thank you for motivating us through everything you've been through. Like,
and please,
we love the vulnerability, and we love the fact that you keep pushing on, and that you definitely are trying to do everything you can to be at your best. You know what I mean? Like, we all are striving to be at our best, and we all have different things that we struggle with. And I think that's another big thing too, that like why we need people who say that they are Christians or whatever else to really support us. You know what I mean? Because the church or the synagogue or wherever you go, it's supposed to be a place of refuge, it's supposed to be a place of comfort. You know what I mean? That's where people are going to get comfort and love. And when it's not there, you know what I mean? It hurts. You know what I'm saying? And it makes people, we live in a society now where people we have a hard time supporting each other. We have a hard time want to be there for each other. We ain't got no hard time when it comes to taking money and resources. We have no hard time when it comes to that.
Right.
But when it comes to really supporting those we care about, oh, I'm busy. Oh, I got a phone call. Oh, I got this, I got that. But you wasn't busy when you needed me. You know what I'm saying? You was very available. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do more to support each other and really check on everybody that you're around, because you never know what somebody's going through. You never know if they're having a bad day. You never know if they're not feeling well. Definitely check on them and just see how they doing. You know what I mean? Because you check on them when you want to have a good time, or when it benefits you. So check on them, when you can help them as well. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
Yes.
Right.
I got a question.
I agree.
Definitely. Go ahead, Eddie.
I got a question for the chat, and also for the people up here. Are you in a hurry to go to heaven, to get to heaven?
Huh?
No, that was my question. I know. It's just out of the blue. I know, but that was my question. Are you? This is fair. Are you in a hurry to get to heaven?
No.
Hey, thank you for that answer. OG.
No, I'm not in a hurry, but I mean, if it happens, that's where I pray I'm going. That's where I hope I'm going. That's where I desire to go. You know, I think the thing about heaven and hell is be surprised at the people you see there, and be surprised at the people that you don't see there.
Queen.
Anybody else can share. That's the bill. I think Queen sleep.
No, I'm not asleep.
Queen, they always say you sleep.
They always say that.
Because they always sleeping on me. I need to wake up.
You need to wake up.
You want to ask me a question? You want to poke fun at me?
Go ahead, Queen.
Queen. Here's the question.
No.
No, you're not in a hurry. Okay.
No.
All right.
Are you in a hurry?
The question's not on me yet.
Yes,
All right. The question's not for me yet. I will give you that answer. So thank you, Queen. Thank you. Misunderstood. What about you?
No, I got some things I got to get right first. I'm not in a hurry.
Thank you. That's just it. It's just, you see how simple that is? Thank you. And the answer is no for me. I got some things I got to take care of too as well. That's it. Yeah, excuse me. Queen. Hey.
For me, if it comes, it comes. That's all I'm gonna say. For me, if it comes, it comes.
You can't mute me.
Go ahead, Mr. Best.
Does anybody else got anything they want to build on? Oh, you saying them three?
Oh, no, I said Queen is always willing to talk back.
Yeah, man. Queen is hard-headed, man. Queen is hard-headed. Oh, man. You can't tell Queen nothing. You can't tell her nothing.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Remember the setting. You're in a church. Just relax. It'll be okay.
We're in the church, literally in the background.
That's it.
We're in the building.
Mm-hmm. Some of y'all need to be very afraid, but you in here.
Be very afraid.
Oh my goodness.
Very afraid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I ain't gonna say no names.
I got a question though.
I am scared of you.
So everybody admit, when is the last time they even been in a church or went to church?
That's a good question. That is actually a good question. It's been a while. I think the last time
started.
I think the last time I've been to the church was with M3 and Mr. Best, and I think we all left at the same time.
You did that.
Yeah, we left at the same time. Yo,
you funny, dude.
Well, y'all look how that old saying go. Y'all better hope whenever y'all step foot in there, God don't strike y'all. Thunder don't, lightning don't hit you. That's what they always tell me when I say if I'm going to a repast or going to somebody. I've been recently because I actually go and hear like some of my friends that are speaking and stuff like that. I'll support them. So I will go. It's not that I won't go in a church. It's not even about the building. It's about the doctrine, the ideology, the people for me, and the hypocrisy that a lot of it goes on. But if I got a friend or relative say, hey, I'm speaking at the church, I would love for you, I'll go and check it out. So I've been recently.
Okay, so the last time I went to a church was with one of my coworkers, and of course it was like an all Spanish church. But I went, and the food was great.
He said the food was great.
The food is great most of the time in churches. The food be good. The mothers be cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if you ain't got no food, I don't think I'm gonna be going no more if you ain't got no food.
You ain't going anyway.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Like Queen always up here bullying people, man. Dang.
No, y'all need to
Wrong with
speak
you,
the
man?
truth. Speak the truth.
Always bullying people.
You ate their tacos, but you
I
ain't
did eat the tacos. I did eat the tacos.
I'm talking about M3.
I ate them too.
He was eating their tacos, but he didn't know what they was talking about.
Man, why you bringing up tacos?
He was just like,
That ain't right. You ain't right. Now
That's
you ain't
good.
right. You ain't
Was
right.
it Taco Tuesday at church? Was it Taco Tuesday at church?
Yo, man. Just listen. See, y'all get beside yourself, so y'all don't know what y'all be saying now. That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right now.
Yeah, y'all better be careful now. Remember, we're in someone's church now, okay?
Yeah, we is at the church.
Oh my God.
Talking about tacos and stuff. All right.
I know.
You got to be careful.
You'll be like, hold on, man. We'll shut this whole stream down, man. You told me get out of our church now. Talking about some Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So the other question, I guess, will be, out of everything, when you were going to church and was a Christian, what was one good thing that came out of it for each one of you?
The food.
Yeah.
The food. That's all.
Yeah. That's it.
I want to say
I want to know some people can't cook though.
Well, you know, listen, we got stories. You know, I don't know if people are willing to listen, but we got stories. So that's why, you know, we're talking about food. All right, we're talking about. Excuse me.
Somebody got a story.
Okay. Yeah. So look, anyway. We were talking about food because
we're gonna get you, Eddie.
We've had our time in the church. You know, there's a lot of stories. You know. That we had. We got a lot of stories we could share, but it'd take all day. But yeah, the food was nice, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, the food was good.
Misunderstood. What about
say
you,
for me,
misunderstood?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Which part? The best part of church thing?
Yeah. What was the best part of growing up in the church or going to church? Like any good experience for you? What was it?
I would like the music and the those chicken dinners, you know.
Chicken dinners.
Everybody on the food. Everybody on the food.
Chicken dinners. If they know how to cook it, it'd be so good.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say that. I'll definitely, for me, I'll say that and the music, because I sang in a choir. That's when, you know, my dad first discovered I could sing. And also, I am glad that it did give me a sense of a love and a knowing for God and a higher power. So definitely that.
I just want to welcome back First Lady Tammy, but also I want to say that there's two things I also like in the church. Y'all may laugh, but I like when I was little and the pastor used to bless me. He put his hand, he put the oil on my head. He put the oil over my Caesar and blessed me. That was kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie.
It sounds like you eating good over there, man.
He would bless me. He would bless me. The pastor would bless me. He put the oil on my head and bless me. That was kind of dope.
Right. Sort of like that pastor used to do in the Rocky movie when Rocky be like, "Hey, oh, pastor," and then he do the cross thing. Rocky used to do.
He missed.
No, he ain't missed nothing. That he missed you. That, and also when we would do this Christmas carol thing, we would all gather up in the church and sing Christmas carol songs. That was dope too. Outside that was it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I got a question.
Really? That's it? That's all you miss about the church?
Yes.
Go sit down, please.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We got First Lady Tammy. She got to answer that question too.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, so I think like, OG Patrice asked when was the last time like we went to a church. I actually went to a church last weekend. One of the people that I work with, she goes to a church, and I went to her church.
Did they bless you?
No. But I mean, so one thing I said to her was, I don't want, because you know, if you're a visitor and they know you're, everybody just comes up to me. I told her I don't want everybody just crowding me, but you know, we're happy there's a visitor, but my thing is I just don't want everybody coming up to me. So me and my daughter went there, and a lady did come up to me, but she asked me if she could give me a hug, which I appreciated rather than just hugging me, because I think sometimes that's what they do.
Well, wait, hold on, Tammy. I got a question. You say about positivity. You say about positive people. If people want to come up to you and be positive in the church, why don't you want them coming up to you?
Well, it's just my thing is that I just don't want that spotlight. I don't want that spotlight. So, I've been to churches where, if you're a visitor, please stand up. Stand low. Give us your name, where you're from, and all these kind of other things. And then they have it where everybody goes to welcome the visitor, which is nice. I mean, I just don't want that. I don't want all these people coming up to me. I mean, I know they're welcoming you into the church. That's the things that I don't want. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that, I didn't think her church was a bad place or anything like that. It was their church anniversary. So, I ended up leaving, I was there for a little while, but I ended up leaving a little bit after a little bit of time. But so I don't really have anything negative to say about her church. And the person that invited me, I absolutely love her. I think she's a very, very sweet person. So and I've been reading my Bible more since her and I have started talking. So that's been nice, just because there's even some things that because we were looking at a book in the Bible and we were just talking about how you need to control what you say. And that one thing that's considered, like when you tell someone, I'll see you tomorrow, so it's just interesting. Like saying I'll see you tomorrow is like saying that I know I'm gonna see you tomorrow. So I don't know.
You can't tell people you're gonna see them tomorrow?
No, so it's more of like saying you're gonna see that person, but the reality is you don't know. So it's saying I see you tomorrow, God willing, meaning that if I'm able to see you tomorrow, I will, rather than just saying this almost like expected, I know what's going to happen kind of thing. So it's just interesting. But just reading different things in the Bible, it's just, I think the Bible is an interesting book. So, but when I used to go to church, I used to love the choir. Because I love gospel music. So I used to absolutely love the choir. And then for me, the message that the preacher was preaching, if I felt like I could connect to it, like he was saying something that I could fully understand, then that's something I always enjoyed, because I feel like there has to be that connection that you can make to what he's saying. So if he's talking about something that you can relate to, it makes it to where you understand more of what he's talking about. So those are the things that I liked. If there was a preacher who, when he was preaching, he could say something and you'd be laughing about it, because sometimes they say things that do make you laugh. This is what they say is funny. And it does kind of help you have accountability on something. So they may say something that may make you kind of look at yourself and see what you need to do differently about yourself. So, they may say something like, yeah, you're talking about this person, but you ain't got your stuff together. So, saying things like that, it's like, yeah, I ain't got my stuff together, but I'm talking about this person, another thing. So those are the kind of things that I enjoyed, because those are things that made me think, that held me accountable. And like I said, the choir, because I started later on just paying attention to the words in the songs. And so those are things that I enjoyed, because when you pay attention to the words and what they say, even the song Amazing Grace, if you just really just look at the words.
Tim?
Oh, we can't hear you.
Tim.
Oh, let me highlight these chats real quick. So Master Duck says Christian heaven is so boring. Muslim heaven is filled with hot babies. What?
He is funny.
Oh my goodness.
So June Shonichi said, after I die, I'm going to a place where I'm the ruler. What? Salute to you.
Them Swiss folks, man, I tell you.
Salute to you.
I got a question, y'all. I got a question.
Hold on, I gotta say something real quick, Eddie. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta say something. Yo, the things that y'all believe, it's just wild, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just wild. The things that people believe in this chat, the things that people believe in this panel, I ain't never heard. It amazes me, man. I'm just amazed. But go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
Okay, here's my question. What is the weirdest thing that you've seen in church to make you say, that's interesting?
Oh wow!
Oh man, I got a story.
You,
That's a
send
good
me
one.
Wait.
you.
Wait. What was the question again?
What's the weirdest thing that you've seen in church to make you say, that's interesting?
For
Wait,
me,
okay. Before we
You.
answer, wait.
Next
Okay,
number.
okay.
Queen. Nobody, Queen, yo.
Wait.
M3 was talking. You interrupted M3.
I know. You unruly woman. Okay.
Dang,
Remember,
rude.
you are in the place of worship. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Not with y'all, not the way y'all
Yeah, you are. You are in the church.
Not the
You
way
are.
y'all
You are
talking.
in the church. All right.
Oh
Not
Lord
the
have
way y'all
mercy.
talking.
Dang.
Somebody gonna have to throw some holy oil, bro.
Yeah.
You
Something.
know.
Throw some oil.
But
Pour a glass of wine.
Look. Before we answer all these questions, right, from DJ Eddie, right? I think we should play the intermission so
Yeah.
people could know how to subscribe to our channel.
Okay.
Should we play that?
No.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Stop
Yeah.
hating. Stop hating. Stop hating. Go
Okay.
ahead, M3. Go ahead, M3.
Okay. All right. Let me look for it because remember, I am on the mobile phone. Okay. Intermission time. Maybe that will, help save Queens.
Yeah.
Brought to you by our sponsors, Be Easy. That too.
Shout out to Be Easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good job, man.
Yeah. So back to DJ Eddie King's question.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
The question is, what's the weirdest thing you've seen in the church to make you say, well, that's interesting?
I already know mine right off the bat. My experience with the whole speaking in tongues thing for me. The whole speaking in tongues thing for me. When I went to that mega church and man, they had classes to teach you how to speak in tongues.
Wow.
That was the most uncomfortablest. I felt like it was gibberish. It just seemed fake and phony, and I couldn't get with it. I was very, very uncomfortable doing it. And after I got out of that class, that's the last time me and my husband went to that church when I was married, my ex-husband now. But it's that whole force of trying to, make us what they call speak a language that was, via the Holy Spirit. I was like, nah, I ain't feeling this. So I'm not, no offense, but I'm not with the whole habababo shababa shibaba. Like I'm
not with it either. I am not with it.
Mm-hmm. Man,
No.
boy, the weird thing. The weirdest thing was
Oh my gosh, that got me rolling.
Yeah. The weirdest thing when this pastor guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but this was from a black church. And at the time, he was in his 30s, and he was trying to get with this woman that's around my age. So, he was preaching all the gospel and all that. And next thing I know, I'm seeing this woman coming out of this van, and look, I don't know what they did together, but to me, it just looked disgusting, So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
And you getting busy in the back of the van,
man.
I would say the thing that made me say, is I knew it was this couple, and they were dating, but they was getting busy, and and the church ain't supposed to be getting busy until you married, but even though they was getting busy, the church was still letting them serve communion and all that other stuff. So I was like, okay. So it was just interesting that was happening. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that was crazy. Misunderstood. Is there anything you and Queen? What is something that y'all seen in the church and they said,
You want to go? Because I'm damn it, I had some experiences, but I can only blame myself for them. I saw some weird stuff, but I did it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, should I share it anyway? Sure.
Hey, this is open forum, so if you want to share, go ahead.
All right. Well, okay. So you know how the green rooms are the most comfy rooms in the church, they call them green rooms or whatever. So I can understand why it was called the green room. So I used to go up in there, get all comfortable, and smoke out. And I can understand if it's supposed to be so inviting, why they keep kicking me up out of there. Now I told you. I told you I was not quite in my right mind, but I would go up in there. They said, "Come as you are." I would just bring my stuff and smoke. Yeah, so I don't know why they kept letting me come back. They knew I was gonna go to those green rooms.
Damn. Okay. I hear you, sister. I hear you.
Just saying.
Queen, is there anything in the church that made you say, that's interesting?
No.
She lying.
Man.
This is cat, man. Come on, Queen.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Give her a baseball.
Nope.
Queen, no.
Queen, I'm sorry, Queen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get on your nerves.
I ain't worried about y'all. Y'all cap all night.
We ain't cap. We telling the truth.
Hold on. Who capping?
We telling the truth. We telling the truth. All right?
You are in the house of the Lord right now, Queen.
What is going on? You know what, Queen is just she just been working hard. Queen just been working hard. She's tired. It's you know how it is sometimes, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and answer.
I've seen nothing weird.
Okay, let me go ahead and answer this.
No, I'm gonna tell you. When I used to go to a Pentecostal church with my neighbor, I don't know how old I was. I just like going to the Pentecostal church because we got to sing in the choir. I went to Catholic school and Catholic church, but I just thought it was weird how I felt like the ladies would start shouting, but they would make sure that they were sitting in front of married men, and they have on their tight little skirts, and they start hopping around and falling. And I saw one lady kind of fall in a married man's lap, and and then found out she was sleeping with him.
Oh wow. She fell right on into the arms of her lover.
Dang.
I guess it'd be like that.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a lot of that going on in the church. A lot of married people sleeping with each other. The pastor was married, sleeping with some of the congregation. And yeah, it's a lot of that. A lot of that still going on currently. So.
Wow.
Sad but true.
Well, I do gotta say.
Okay, well.
Oh, misunderstood. Go ahead, misunderstood. We're listening.
No, I was just gonna say I do gotta say because I told y'all I had those weird experiences, but someone asked me, so like, do you even believe in God even though I'm not a Christian? Yeah, because those churches that I acted a fool in, like they're like family today. Like I know that that's love because, like I said, I was at my worst. You couldn't love me after all those things I've been through as a child, and they took me in like family, like. You know, like I lived with these people. I became they just thought I was so crazy, and the way that they took me in and loved on me after all those experiences I had. Like I said, you know, yeah, I gotta say, even though I did all that, I found it weird that they just extended so much love. Like to this day, they call themselves my father, like my mom, and they just, you know, we have a great relationship after all these years.
That's cool. I think the main thing for me was the sense of a belief in God, you know, and know that there is a creator, for sure, was the foundation that started for me. So I am grateful for that, you know, that was instilled in me, and that absolutely came from, you know, coming up in the church. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, having those values, man, definitely count. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody want to share anything before we do closing statements?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I didn't answer the question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yo, you know, when I was young, you know, I wasn't really I didn't really have the knowledge, like knowing the Bible like that. So I was inside of a church sitting down, and I heard the pastor say, "With pass this around, this is the blood of Christ." You know what I'm saying? This is the blood of Jesus Christ. Pass this around. You drink that. Said in my mind, I'm like, well, how the hell they pull something off like that? They got the blood of Christ in the church. So then when the cup came past me, I drank it, and it was cranberry juice. I say, wait a minute, what? This ain't the blood. I got up and said, it's cranberry juice. And the pastor would say, sit your little tail down, boy.
Cranberry juice. Man. Yeah, man. That's why I said it was shocking that seeing you in church.
I was young.
Don't matter. You still like
young. I was young. See, why you trying to get under my skin, man? I was young. I was a young boy, man. I didn't know what was going on.
Cranberry juice at church.
He said it was the blood of Christ. He said it. I didn't know what was going on. You know, so when I drank it, I said, this is cranberry juice. You talking about sit your little tail down. You speak when your spirit is spoken to. I'm like, oh. Here go my mama tapping me, like, sit down, be quiet. You know, she tapping me, be quiet.
Oh man.
It always take a kid to be brutally honest, right? I love you. I love a kid that's brutally honest.
Right.
No blood, cranberry juice. Sit down.
Right.
Let's have some.
This was, I think I was like 11 or 10 or 11, man. I can't remember.
All right, fam. We're gonna do final statements. We're gonna close out. Y'all feel free to stick around after we close out. So everybody on the panel feel free to stick around. So you know, if y'all want to chop it up after, y'all can definitely do that. But I'm gonna start with OG Patrice. OG Patrice, let them know who you are.
Hey, yeah, this is OG Patrice. I appreciate you guys letting me come up on the panel. It's been a minute, so I'm just glad to be here. I want to say salute to everybody on the panel that came and gave their perspective. Salute to the chat. And yeah, so just check me out coming up soon on Fox TV on Monday evenings on Don't Forget the Lyrics. That's I'm doing my thing on that show. That's the show that I was telling everybody that I was going to be on. It comes on Monday evenings on Fox at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come check your girl OG Patrice out. and watch me do my thing and get that bag. I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
Money bag, ching ching.
Oh yeah, let me give OG produce the ching ching real quick. She is in the money, okay? Please understand that.
And
We're gonna go.
Let's get the target 10%. Hell, they might make a swing for you, you know?
Man, I hope they don't come for me talking about 10%. Don't come for me. Don't come for me talking about you want your 10%.
They're gonna be like, well, since you get the bag, we need 20%, 30.
Right.
They need 60% from you.
Hey, you can't get a turn to talk.
All right,
y'all.
Can you punch the buzzer?
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me go to Misunderstood. Misunderstood. Let them know who you are. Let them know where they can find you.
Hey, sorry about that. So my channel is just like my name, Misunderstood. I'm really grateful that you let me on your panel. It's crazy because when I text my Instagram, you know, and I'm like, oh wow, I thought I missed you. So I'm grateful that we got to have a conversation. And you know, my channel gets crazy. I sure things from my new sober eyes, but any of you are welcome. And you know, I will be back here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, family.
I got a question, Misunderstood. Do you have one of your parents from the UK?
Hold on, y'all. We're gonna say that after the show. We're gonna vibe after the show because I just want to close this out. But yeah, Misunderstood. Feel free to stick around so we can definitely chop it up.
I got you.
So yeah, Queen Forever 2K.
Whatever.
Let them know who you are. Let them know where you can find you.
You find me on Instagram, Queen Forever 2K.
Look, Queen gets tired, y'all. She's just tired. She's frustrated.
If you want to be disrespectful, I'll just hop on.
No, Queen.
Have a good night.
No, Queen. No, Queen.
She's out of here. Listen, y'all. To everybody in the chat, she's just frustrated. She's been working hard. You know, we got one of those days. That's all that. She'll be all right.
Let me go to the Queen's all right. She'll be fine. She'll be back. Let me let in the music producer for Knowledge and Relationships.
Cheer.
DJ Eddie King.
Cheer. Yes, man. I want to thank everyone for joining the panel. I want to thank everyone in the chat for joining us and with them good questions and the good topics, man. The chat is on fire today. I want to say shout out to everybody. I'm not going to mention everybody's name. I'll be here all day long. But please like and subscribe to Knowledge and Relationship. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe. Also subscribe to the Intellectual Soapbox. You know, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You know, also like and subscribe to Misunderstood on YouTube. Hit the notification bell as well, so you can get the recent videos, old videos, new videos. Also, like and subscribe to my channel. You know, your boy DJ the King. You know, hit that notification bell, please. Help your boy out. And I want to say thank you, Queen, also for joining us on the show. We love you, Princess K. Everybody else. Hey, salute to all of y'all. There we go.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man. Listen, thanks everybody for chiming in. Thanks everybody jumping on the panel. Thank you for holding Patrice being on the panel. I want to thank Misunderstood for coming through as well.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Thank Daryl Long. Thank everybody who came in. Mr. Real Estate, man. We had a lot of people come through. Truth, Von Eric. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Everybody that came through. You know what I mean? They showed their love. Who else? I'm sorry.
Bolo TV.
Oh yeah, Bolo. Yeah, Bolo TV. Let me not forget about Bolo. Bolo feel better too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And Princess K is making a lot of fun in the chat. Princess K, you can come up in the back if you want to as well, because we still live, and we'll let you in if you want to come up. But yeah, definitely thank everybody for jumping on, man. I gotta thank my team. Gotta thank the team. Gotta thank Damo. You know what I'm saying? Free Damo. Damo, where you at? Damo will be coming back real soon. You know what I'm saying? He's been working a lot. She's coming back. You know what I mean? Lunchtime with Dom is coming back real soon. Shout out to First Lady Tammy, the first lady of the stream. You know what I mean? Tammy definitely doing a thing out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to her educating the kids. She know what it is. You know what I mean? Shout out to the music producer for DJ Eddie King. Yeah, definitely, man. DJ Eddie King got a lot of great stuff coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up next month for him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He about to get things popping. You know what I mean, y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of great content coming up as with him and just as a channel, man. And I am the network manager for knowledge and relationships. Man, check me out on here, knowledge and relationships, but also on Instagram, MR Best in the World 1984. Once again, MR Best in the World 1984. Holla at me, man. Also catch me on Intellectual Soapbox. I'm probably streaming tomorrow with Saida in the Wheel of Pressure. Shout out to her as well. Saida's been very busy. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Who did I miss?" I don't know who you missed, Princess K, but remember, I know you've been busy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely, it was a lot of people. And definitely gotta hand it over to the greatest leader in the YouTube streets, not the relationship itself. You know what I mean? M3,
the CEO.
Yeah. Hey, on the side note, I was laughing about Mr. Bolo, right? Because like when he came up, I thought he was gonna try to give DJ Eddie King the smoke again. He'd be like, "Hey, young blood,
hold on. Hold on. The smoke was clear. He didn't give me no smoke. I don't know where that came from. When he tried to give me the smoke, the fire alarm went off. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
Young
blood, give me no smoke.
Why would he come up there and be like, yo, DJ Eddie King, man, I have a question to ask you right now. Oh, shoot. Another question. Yeah, young blood, man. Come here. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you, what's up? Like, oh, my God. Here you go.
Yeah. Nah, but shout out to DJ Eddie King, man. And Mr. Intellectual Soapbox. And First Lady Tammy. And Dom. And everybody else that came into this panel as well, too. Shout outs to Kate Marion. Shout outs to Mr. Real Estate, Daryl Long. For sharing out the links and all that. Thank you guys so much, and Miss Sophia and Master Doug, man, thank you for tuning in, man. Like this was a good, fun, religious topic. Shouts to OG Patrice as well. Welcome back, and but yeah, don't forget the 20%. But yeah, shout outs to everybody, man, in chat land and in panel. Thank you guys so much for tuning to Knowledge and Relationships. Always make sure y'all get your minds right. As always, peace out.